Would you
have
be
to
open to
expect
that? Like an open relationship?
I've been in open relationships.
Whoa.
Guys, I've been divorced 7 years. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Well, for me, let me be honest.
Yeah.
Hey, Mac and his body language.
Gym
It
train.
was all over. My family from all over the country was like, my parents can't own that since
With the gym train, at that point, you need to exercise your rights and sleep. Press that shit, yeah.
Fuck, we gotta start suing these motherfuckers, man.
You're
Talk
gonna get
bro.
sued when don't start suing people. People will be on some nyan. Okay, let me take it back to that day when you said this. When I made that mistake, they asked me to apologize to Caesar, which I did. Then they said apologize again, but don't.
These were food.
Yeah. I harbor no ill feelings towards him.
Yeah.
I've accepted that Thomas is his preference.
Of course, Thomas has his preference. Yeah, you see, man. Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you, right? So we invite a lot of people to come on the show. Some people are like, I'm never going on that platform, but I want to come. And it's like, whatever. If you don't want to come, you don't want to come, right?
Yeah.
But I was so heartbroken when you said you didn't want to come. I won't lie to you.
Were you?
I was so heartbroken. Because
So was he?
Dude,
I
I
didn't express it to
Ghost
me.
lady, was he?
I was.
Now
Yeah, I'm
Joe,
curious.
like now. What's he?
No, because the thing is, despite what you might think, what I think of you, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I look up to you so much because you guys practically raised me. And when I say you guys, I'm talking about
get you,
YFM,
School
like
of
Rude Boy Paul,
Yeah.
Sansa Lee, you, Fresh, all
can
those
say
guys.
Thomas.
Thomas.
You
Bad
can
boy
say
T.
Thomas. Bad boy Tilly and Sansa Haram boom.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get you on, and when you said you didn't want to come, I was like, oh my goodness, this one stings a bit.
But you know why though?
I do know why and understand it,
Thank you.
but it still hurts.
Thank you.
Because she sent a message. Did I show you the message, so?
Yeah, I think I remember you.
I was in
sent the
Ivory
message.
Coast when Dudu messaged me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm on holiday.
Yeah, I remember that.
Can I show the continent, please, without the chillers like being down my throat?
Let me read the message.
Are you
to
gonna read it verbatim?
Yeah, let me read it for you.
Wow.
So Dudu reached out to
let's
UNATHI,
hear
right?
it, let's hear
She
was
says,
last
yeah.
It was exactly a year ago, actually.
For real?
Yeah.
So this is UNATHI's response. Good morning, Dudu. I hope you're well, my love. Thank you for your VN and the sincerity in your message. Ubabus Tole is the reason I want Best Female Artist and the reason Lady Smith, Black Mambazo are on my last album. He's a wonderful human being and an incredible African. 2021, when Kaya fired me, MacG and the female host went on a character assassination mission with a one-sided story about me. That's the female host. We only have one, so you don't buy that one.
Uchi L.
Yes. MacG made references to my resting bitch face. Bitch being a word I don't even allow my son to listen to songs that have that word in them. The female host then went on to confirm that I made a friend go into depression when she was producing for Glenn and I on Metro. I come from a family of healers raised by a clinical psychologist, so I take spiritual and mental health very seriously. That to me was a damning, in capital letters, statement made from another one-sided story. They did this during a time when MacG's friend went on a 10-day Twitter rant about me and all of South Africa was watching. I guess that was Saul, right?
Caesar, I think.
Oh, Caesar
Yeah,
Jomo.
Caesar.
Oh, yes.
You've never gone on a rant about me?
No, never.
Never mind a 10-day rant.
Yeah, it would be more.
I will never, capital letters, give them access to me. Never. Please feel free to forward this to your team so that they can let me heal in peace as my case against Kaya continues in the High Court.
Jeez.
Have the perfect day, Dudu.
Mouthful.
And here you are.
Hi, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
So what changed your mind? And I'm glad you changed your mind.
This is
we all.
This is the broadcaster in me. Yeah. Why did I change my mind? Because we had that conversation.
Yeah.
It was the night you guys won. GQ,
yeah.
Broadcasters of the Year. Yeah. And it was a great moment. Yeah. It was a wonderful time. Bumped into Saul, he was leaving. I was like, Saul, I think you're a genius. Yeah. And then I bumped into you guys walking out.
Yeah.
And then the moment I saw you, I burst into tears because it all came back.
Yeah.
And you were like, let's talk. Yeah, in the middle of the award ceremony.
Yeah.
Just broke into tears because I just saw the two of them. And then you were like, let's talk. And we talked and we talked and we talked. And Saul was like, you talked for that long? I'm like, yeah, we'd never spoken before.
Which I found out just before we started recording.
Literally. Yeah. And I was like, because we've never spoken before, you know? So it was important for me. I don't bear grudges. I'm just very honest, you know? And I had to be honest with feeling unsafe around the two of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, you know.
Wait, so how does the conversation go? She says she feels unsafe. Okay, she cries. How do you react?
He says, let's go talk outside.
Yeah.
And then-
Dude, we ended up talking about fatherhood, funny enough, bro.
Yeah.
Like, most of the whole entire time, I was just, because I was telling her, like, dude, I've got 2 kids now. I don't even know what the fuck
How
I'm
old
doing.
are they now?
So my youngest is 2
Yeah.
and my son is 7.
That's a dope age.
Yeah.
That's a dope age gap as well. You're going to have fun with them.
Yeah. But yeah, man. She's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank goodness.
Welcome to a special edition of Podcast and Chill. We're chilling with a fucking legend, a broadcasting icon.
Royalty.
She's done it all. Give it up for UNATHI!
Kaka man.
Before we speak about you, I wanted to find
Yes.
out from you, because you're a broadcaster at heart, right?
Yeah.
This whole Miss SA thing, the scandal. What do you think about
I'm
that?
so trying not to touch that vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think. You know, a part of me is like, would they allow a South African to enter Miss Nigeria? And then another part of me is, but we've raised this beautiful soul as South African in our country. So depending on what different people are saying, I'm like, okay, I get that. Okay, I get that. Okay, I get that. Okay, I get that. So I genuinely don't know, you know? Yes, her parents aren't from here, but like she was born here and she was raised here. I guess for me, the interesting thing is that Miss SA is privately owned. You know, it's not a government parastatal. It doesn't belong to any public entity. So do we really have a say? Do they care? Don't they care? It's, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, but even if it's privately owned, I mean, South Africa, if you're going to represent SA on even an international platform, it matters then to the average South African because you're representing us, essentially.
And I hear all the arguments because a lot of people are talking about cultural representation. Are we being represented, you know, Ko Limpopo? Are we being represented, Ko Northern Province? In terms of the cultural exchange, because it does become a kind of cultural exchange, you know, when they have to show us who they are. So I get why people are up in arms, but I also get why, you know, people are saying she's ours because she is and we raised her.
I think it uncovered a lot of layers and it showed that as a country, we've got a lot of healing to do, man.
We're broken. We really are. And, you know, I always say to my friends, the reason why I love traveling the continent is getting to experience Africans who've also gone through the same atrocities that we have, different kinds. We've got child slaves, we've got child soldiers, you know, girls disappearing, genocides. We're not the only country that has been through atrocities, and I think sometimes we need to behave better, be more welcoming. I mean, as soon as I leave the borders, people are so friendly. Extremely. People invite you into your homes, you know, and it's something I've started learning as a South African whenever I have visitors.
Yeah.
Stop, you know, saying, let me take you out to a restaurant. They want to come to our homes. We cook for them.
Dude, you go to
our
Nigeria
lifestyles.
and the Nigerians, they're like, dude, why do you guys do this to us? We love you so much.
Yeah.
We listen to your music,
Yeah.
your culture.
They do.
You know, and
They
it's like,
do.
why do you keep doing it's crazy, right?
It is. We're very broken. And Unyansila, there's a lot of healing and forgiveness. I think there's a lot of unforgiving characteristics about us sometimes as South Africans because we're so triggered, because we're so hurt. And I think we just need to forgive and allow people to, if they've hurt us, you know, show that they're sorry, have some remorse. And also us, we're not perfect. We're far from perfect. So we need to kind of, you know, get with the program.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you grow up in like UK, Netherlands? So you're a foreigner in those countries.
I was a foreigner in Namibia. We moved to Namibia when I was 6 months old. We lived there for 4 years. Then we came back for 5 months. Then we went to the UK, grew up there. Came back when I was 12, studied high school, Grahamstown, university, first half of my university, Grahamstown. Then I finished my international media studies in the Netherlands.
That's crazy, man.
It's amazing.
And what was that like for you?
Dope.
Yeah.
Hard, as you were saying, being a foreigner, called a foreigner, reminded you're a foreigner, treated like you're a foreigner. But it also taught me resilience. Like, I don't seek validation from people easily because I've always been different, always been alone. But dope. Like, growing up in a global city, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
In a global village, absolutely amazing.
What led to your family traveling so much?
Black people were not allowed to study past matric. So my grandfather, Utemba, my dad's dad, believed in education so much, he sent my parents away. At the time, my dad was a male nurse and my mom was a domestic worker. He named me Fundiswa, which is the one who's to be educated. So my family's obsessed with education.
Yeah.
That's my second name. And then,
Something we have in common. Mine is Funzo.
Which is?
Education in Venda.
Gama.
Yeah.
So can I call you Gama from now on? Vito.
No, Vito's another Kama.
Yeah. So they were just obsessed with education and they were like, we're not going to be those kind of blacks. And my grandfather was like, go. So we left. My parents didn't see their parents for plus minus 10 years.
Yeah.
And then we came back.
Was your grandfather rich? I mean, to send blacks away during those times, you needed resources.
Scholarships.
Oh, wow.
So my entire family was sponsored by Christian Aid.
Wow.
Yeah. My dad went over first, and then 6 months later, my mom took my sister and I, and we followed. And then, we didn't come back. So scholarships. We're not those kind of people.
You're a big activist for female rights, feminism, whatever you want to call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So another story that
He didn't mean it with that tone, guys. Because I know a little MacG, whatever you want to call it, women's month. No, he didn't mean it like that. He was just had a loss for words. As you were saying.
So another story that just came out is the Mihlali story, right?
What is it? Okay, I'm not on Twitter, so there are a lot of stuff I miss.
Okay, so
I love you, Mihlali, by the way, before we get into trouble here.
100%. So basically what happened with Mihlali is that she posted on her IG pictures of her bruised, right? Insinuating that her boyfriend or whoever she's with, Leeroy.
Is she back with Leeroy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like it, right?
Okay.
Insinuating GBV, right?
Yeah.
And then she quickly took those down. And then now
Was
Leeroy,
it makeup bruises or real bruises?
real bruises, she showed her lip where it was like bleeding.
Okay.
And the caption was, thank you, my love.
At Leeroy.
and
And tagged him.
At Leeroy.
Right? So after that, then Leeroy now puts a statement out saying, guys, that's not what happened. Here's what happened. What happened is this girl's been calling me like 75 times. She came to my house. I was with my kids. She was threatening violence. There was some violence that happened there.
Because they showed her proof that he's cheating.
Yes, she found out that he's
Who's
cheating.
cheating?
Leeroy.
Is he still married? I need context.
Yeah, of course.
Good question. I asked that question as well,
I need
remember?
context. Yeah, Gonda, before I respond.
By law, he
I
is.
don't know.
Fact check
I
us.
don't know if the marriage is the divorce is finalized.
No, the divorce
Okay.
is not finalized.
It's not.
So she's upset because he's cheating with someone else.
Yes.
It's not he's gone back to his wife.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
So she started going crazy, right?
Yeah.
And-
After Leeroy now said his side of the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they started fighting, and then he started insinuating that she's on drugs, and she started being violent in front of the kid.
took a knife,
She took a
attacked him
knife,
with a knife.
attacked him,
I
and
didn't
he
read
just
the statement.
yeah.
Was
But
it too-
I think we
That's
summed it
it.
up.
He's covered everything
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay.
And he was pretty much in like self-defense, trying to push her away so she doesn't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. So when something like that comes out, how do you feel about that? What do you think?
I'm a mother of a boy child. Man child. Sorry, he's a man.
Oh yeah, recently you went to go look.
December. Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
And a young lady, thank you so much. For me, I always tell my kids, never start a fight. But if someone starts it with you, finish it. No one has the right to touch any of my kids, male or female. No one has the right to abuse them, male or female. So for me, that's the law in my home. Never start a fight. But if someone starts it, finish it, and make sure they never start a fight with you ever again. So that's my stance. Like you can't, guys. We can't be hypocritical about anything. We can't be hypocritical about being treated well, And we can't be hypocritical about being treated badly. So if that is the truth, his truth is valid. Like if my son comes to me,
Thank
you know
you
what I
for
mean?
that, actually. That's so honest.
No, I'm a mom of a male and a female. I can't be biased. I can't. What do I tell my son, or what do I tell my daughter when my son comes home and he's been physically abused? Am I supposed to say, "Oh, you know that green"? No, like abuse is abuse, and it's unacceptable. Any kind of abuse is unacceptable.
And what do you think about females that use GBV to try to weaponize it? You know, like...
I hate it. And that's why I had to shut down Sizwe when he was trying to like be on some UNATHI, Nyinyi. I was like, I've never accused you of anything.
Oh, what was he saying?
He was saying that, you know, in this era of Me Too and GBV, you know, UNATHI, na. And my lawyers were like, nip that in the bud. And that's when I was like, I've never accused you of anything. So let's not.
Yeah.
You know
Because that does happen, though. Let's be honest.
It happens all the time.
And it takes away from the real victims.
It happens all the time. There's a friend of mine who I just stopped being friends with her because she woke me up the one morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. She's crying. I talked to her counselor for about an hour. Then I'm like, hey, man, story's not adding up. You're talking about a hockey stick and he cut your lip with your hockey stick. But where does your hockey stick stay? And she's like, under the bed. And I'm like, okay, so somehow it got from under the bed to his car. She smashed his car. But she didn't talk about, you know, how she took the hockey stick out, swung at him, hit him. He grabbed the hockey stick from her, hit her back, and there was a back and forth. So then I called another friend of ours, and I was like, hey, what happened here? Did you hear about it? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, what do you think? And she's like, I'm suspicious. And I'm like, well, this. And then she's like, yeah, Uban started the fight. Then I'm like, well, if you started it, then, you know, like, what are you doing? So women do it all the time, and it's unacceptable. And I'll always go back, guys, I have a father, I have a son. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
And have you ever been in like physical altercations in your relationships? No abuse at all? Wow.
I had an argument once with an ex, Wanyola.
That's worse than being hit. That is demeaning. That's worse.
Wanyola, I stopped the fight. I said, you won. He's like, what do you mean? I said, we can't get physical.
Yeah.
I don't care how angry you get, because it starts with Unyola, then it's a push, and then it's a shove.
Escalates.
I literally said, you've won this fight.
Yeah.
For future fights, let's not even come close to each other. Let's keep our hands here and let's just argue it through. I won't. I can't.
Yeah.
It's not in me.
Yeah.
Like, I'll kill you. I'll break your neck. I will. I'll break your neck. I promise you.
Yeah.
Like, I've had physical altercations with strangers.
Yeah.
Like in Dodefiki, and then I'm just back.
Yeah.
And then we stare at each other. And then he's like, hey. And I'm like, hey.
Wait, what's gwa? A stranger?
Stranger, why?
Like crazy guys.
Fuck.
Like we grew up here in Eastern Cape, like Snamasilo Namaning.
Okay.
So umdu evenkleni, and then anyogati, and then you just back, and then he's shocked, and then you're like, sharps, right? And he's like, yes, it's scared, and I'm like, thanks. So yeah, no, I don't, guys. I don't believe in any abuse. Yeah. Let's just be kind and love one another.
When I saw
phones on silent.
Trying to be professional here.
That's
man.
him, yeah.
Megiti, the craziest thing is when I saw Leeroy shared the screenshots of Mihlali calling him 75 times.
So they're there on record.
Yeah, he posted on social media. I was like, fuck, his dick game must be crazy. Because that's the only reason a girl would call you 75 times.
Yeah.
Is that a natural thing to think of another man? That's what we think as women.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Chiel.
No,
Some girl is his game that like you and Shia. Like are you matized that much?
Yeah.
Some girl I am. Yeah. I'm gonna take some time to wean myself off that song. But it happens.
It's the only reason someone would go that crazy, especially a lady, bro.
Yeah.
No. It's and money.
Yeah.
And money. Money makes us feel a certain way, guys. Guys, and money.
I feel like a small dick because
And
he was
entitlement.
cheating. So it's also the sense of sharing, her dick with somebody else.
No, and sharing your budget.
Because if it's money, she's always getting money. Most ladies don't mind their men cheat as long as they're still benefiting financially, especially.
But imagine you've got a wife that you're apparently separating from.
Yeah.
You've got Miss Ndamase.
So already she was sharing the dick.
And
already.
the money, guys.
And it was never a problem.
Well, we don't know this. Like, let's not assume. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the money as well. Like, don't. A lot of women are with men who don't have game.
Yeah.
Because malim nandi, guys. I'm taken to the south of France in June, July. I'm chasing summer. I'm in a Dolce & Gabbana bikini.
So we can overlook the game.
We often do when the money's okay. You know what I mean?
It doesn't make you fall in love like that.
Who says
78 missed calls.
Who says everybody must be in love?
Obsessed.
Those are the calls that I'm doing to secure the bank. I'm not saying this about Mihlali.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm
We
explaining like why we stay. We stay because sometimes the money's good. And often if the money's that good, like you're gonna look the other way. How long is a round? Think about
Around.
it. How long is a round? Average.
Average 6-7 minutes.
So compared to 100,000 rand that I get a month, I'm okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
So niggas, get your money
I can buy
right.
shoes. Yeah.
Just get your money right.
I can buy so much with 100,000 rand a month.
Yeah.
But don't
And
you
then
think
I
also
get
a bit
like
of
10 minutes a day.
entitlement? Don't you also think it's also entitlement?
Relationships are entitlement. If I'm in a relationship with you, there's certain things that I'm going to want from you.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? I don't want you to make me sick. I don't want you to disrespect me. I don't want you to nyola. That's an expectation. It's an entitlement.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to be treated well.
Your time.
I'm entitled, to have my time valued.
whole lot of entitlement.
I'm entitled to be respected by you if we're going to be in a relationship. So entitlement is not always a bad thing. Most of the time it is, but it's not always. Do you know what I mean? If I'm with you, you're entitled to me not disrespecting you. You're entitled to me being faithful if we decide to be faithful, or if we say we're in an open relationship, we need to know what the rules are. Those are entitlements.
Would you
have
be open to
expect
that? Like an open relationship?
I've been in open relationships.
Whoa.
Guys, I've been divorced 7 years. Like, come on. Like, come on. No, come on. No, come on.
Shit, how does that work? I could never, bro. I could never.
Yeah?
Share my woman with another man.
You say that now. Wait till you go through a divorce. You say that now, bro. You say that now.
My Puma, no, she's getting chowed.
You say that now,
You are
man.
so mature. You are so mature.
Thanks,
Works,
UNATHI.
It's just, you're just honest with each other. Yo, do you want to be exclusive or... And then it's for now, and then you're oring.
And no one catches feelings.
People do catch feelings, but you have to be honest.
So did he bring it up? How did you react? Or did you bring it up? How did he react?
It was an obvious, like, yo. Well, for me, let me be honest.
Yeah.
Hey, Mac and his body language. I'm a communicator. Don't forget this. So I see everything. I'm like, oh, man. So for me, to be honest, for a very long time, I had issues, obviously coming out of marriage. So I didn't want to commit. I still had to heal. I still had to go through so much. So for me, it was always fine. Like, okay, I'm cool. I'm okay with it, until they're not. And then they bring it up. Because it's never going to be, I don't want to say never, but it's hardly the woman who's on some, yo, I don't want only you. I want to be able to play.
Yeah, it's guys always propose.
Yeah, so for me, it's always been the guy who proposes. And then it's always the guy who's like, yo, I don't want to share you no more. Then I'm on some, damn right, nigga. And then, then I stop seeing other people. He stops seeing other people. Then we become exclusive.
That's crazy. Ghost lady, you married. Would you be open if Mnaga comes to you? He's like,
no, hell no. But you're married, and you shouldn't be. Like, I was faithful for 14 years. Like, didn't look another
Step
way.
out.
Didn't answer messages that were inappropriate. So it's that phase that you're in, and you've got to commit to that phase.
Yeah.
And you're entitled to
Yes,
want
to
your
be
man
there.
to be faithful.
Exactly.
that's insane, man.
Until it's otherwise.
Until it's otherwise. Like my relationship now. We started off like, casual
Okay.
with other people.
Yeah.
And then he started catching feelings. He's like, I don't want to do this like this no more. So I was like, okay.
So do you just ghost the other guys, or do you now have to say,
Ghosting is very immature, guys.
you
know that ghosting is very immature. Sol, I hope you're not a ghoster.
I'm not a ghoster.
Thank you.
Thank
you, my love.
There's our resident
Yeah, she's a She's a ghost.
She's ghosting chillers.
I got you. No, you talk.
Communicate, yeah.
Guys, we're in our Tinake, we're in our 40s. So there's so much you can communicate.
True.
That doesn't have to be awkward.
Yeah.
Yo, man, we can't do this anymore. Okay, sharp.
Love that, man.
Yo, man, I don't want to share you anymore. Okay, sharp. Now I don't want to share you. So
but do you ever not catch feelings that you find that now you feeling like that entitlement of like commit to me?
You always catch feelings. That's what I was saying. Like people lie if they say no strings attached. No, you do catch feelings. You must manage your feelings.
Especially if you're having sex repeatedly. You're bound to catch feelings.
Yeah, definitely. Especially women, because we receive guys and then give ourselves to you. So it's a very emotional thing.
So how did you know that you were ready now for a committed relationship? Because initially you said you'd just come out of a divorce and you weren't really ready.
Yeah. I'm still in therapy.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
How many years has it been?
I've been in therapy a lot of my life. Remember, my dad's a clinical psychologist.
Yeah, of course.
So we believe in talking. And therapy is not because you're constantly, perpetually depressed. I was listening to that episode.
Yeah.
Like for me,
Depression, kids.
For me, like my therapist is my life coach.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about work, I'll talk about family, I'll talk about friends, I'll talk about relationships. So I've always been in therapy. I go every 2 weeks. So it's just knowing that, okay, this is how I feel and I'm ready for this now. It doesn't freak me out. It doesn't traumatize me. I don't want to run away. For me, I implode. I'm an imploder. So, okay, I don't want to implode.
Yes.
Okay, I want to share my feelings. Oh, damn, I feel safe with this guy. And
so where was therapy
okay.
during your marriage then?
We had therapy.
But it didn't help?
No.
Why?
That's crazy.
It's because I guess you can't assume that therapy is good for everyone. I don't believe therapy is good for everyone. Genuinely. I don't believe going to therapists is good for everyone. Some people prefer their pastors. Some people prefer diaries. Some people prefer voice notes. Some people their girlfriends. Yeah, their girlfriends. So it's not for everyone. It was for me because I was raised in that kind of
it's what you know.
It's what I know. For some people, it's not. Like my dad, he retired from the UN. Now he counsels people from home. But it's going to sound bad. However, my dad will only counsel Black people.
Okay.
Because he believes that our spirituality is part of who we are.
Okay.
So if he can't speak to you about your ancestry, where you come from, your religious beliefs, your faith, then he can't relate to you.
Don't connect.
Yeah. And you must connect. So it's part of who I am. Yeah. It's like having a fitness trainer for my body. I've got a mind trainer for my mind and how I think and how I govern and how I make decisions and for all of that.
So is there anything apart from therapy that you tried to save the marriage?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah. 2014, we had a family meeting.
Eesh.
Yeah. All the elders were flown in from all over the country.
What was the cause? Was it infidelity?
No, guys.
Wow.
Never. That's not good.
It was like deeper things.
We grew apart.
Oh.
We grew apart.
You outgrew each other.
We grew apart.
You met at YFM. It was still nice. We were rocking.
We were partying till 7 in the morning.
And then you get over that.
I have a child.
Yeah.
The first one. So we grew apart and just...
So bad boy didn't want to be...
No,
you didn't want to stop being a bad boy anymore.
No, not at all. We just... Because he did stop being a bad boy.
Yeah.
The reason why I stopped making house music, the songs you were listening to before we started, was he came home to me the one day and he was like, yo, if we want to survive, I'll stop playing in clubs and you need to stop making music that makes you have to perform in clubs.
Whoa.
And that's when I stopped making house music. And that's why I make the music that I do today. So he grew up. He grew up. It was just, we grew apart, guys. Like, dreams change. As you were saying, I'm a different woman today than I was in 2014.
Yeah.
Than I was in 2004. It's just how life happens.
The craziest thing is when I met my wife, I told her that I'm not in love with who you are now, but who you can be.
And she loved you?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because I could see...
That's a beautiful thing to say. Because you can see the potential. And you can see the decisions she makes and why she makes them, or the process at least to get to that point. It's a beautiful thing.
With you and your ex-husband, you said you grew apart. Is there anything you could have done for you to guys grow apart, or you just were never meant to be married? Therefore, you were inevitably going to grow apart.
No, we were meant to be married. I think also, guys, what we mustn't forget is that our lives are so much longer now. Back in the day when people married forever, the average, death rate was like 40s, 30s.
Wow.
And now women in my family live to their 90s. You know what I mean? So it's okay as well to just grow apart and be okay with, this is what I need and I can't give you what you need. I couldn't love him the way he needed me to love him, and he couldn't love me the way I needed to be loved.
But would you say he's the love of your life?
He's one of my greatest loves.
Nah.
Yeah.
And you can't take that away.
I would never want anyone to take it away. Like, I'm still called by Mama Koti name. You know what I mean? He's still family. My dad and I and parents still speak about him all the time. The kids see him all the time. So we were definitely meant to marry. And he's definitely, one of my greatest loves.
Would you ever get married again?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brave, bro.
I love that. I'm a sucker for love, so I love
love.
You can't give up on love.
I love love. But certain things would be different.
Yeah.
Like, we would have to have multiple homes.
Okay.
Yeah.
As in you're living differently, different houses?
No. We just have multiple homes so that when we get on each other's nerves.
I'm going to Cape Town.
I'm going to Cape Town. Like I see with my parents, we've got 3 family homes.
Yeah.
Well, 3, 4, including my mom's family. So whenever they start getting like short-tempered at each other, one of them vies and goes to the Eastern Cape, renovates the house for like 2-3 weeks, comes back.
It's therapy.
It is.
That's
It is.
beautiful.
So I see it with them. Like they know how to navigate each other's space, and So definitely different. We need multiple homes.
Yeah, but not everybody's got money like that, man.
Okay, but I wouldn't marry someone who can't afford to spend a nice time. Without that
Get your paper up. Or you're going to get your divorce papers up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would you enter a squeeze temp?
Never.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm too strong.
Yeah.
I believe in it, and I think it's a wonderful practice.
And it's got its people.
Yes,
Yeah.
when practiced right. My great-grandfather, my great-grandfather had 2 wives, and Tina, we're the product of the second wife. So I believe in it, yeah. But I just think I'm too strong. I'm too stubborn. I make too much money. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go in and add peace, even though I would want peace. My presence would be just too much.
Wouldn't you say it's sort of like an open relationship? Unless you didn't know the other people, whoever you were in an open relationship was with.
Yeah.
But isn't it a bit similar? If you could handle that, surely maybe polygamy could be a thing.
I could handle it, but I'm talking about the other wife.
Oh.
It's too much, so... Now we're at family gatherings. Everyone's like, sister Nazi.
Because you're the
It's too
they warm up
much,
to you
God.
more.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's too much. And this is me like being compassionate. Like, do you know what I mean? It's too much. You know what I mean? Kupa picture. Yeah. And now they're giving her the camera to take a picture of me. Oh, who's this? No, he's my husband. Oh, Sissy, please take a picture of her. It's just, I think it would be insensitive. Yeah. It would be very insensitive. However, GL, if we're going back to when I was younger, before I got married, I just think I'm too feisty. I don't want to share.
Yeah.
Like, why does she get to go to Parliament today and I don't? You know what I mean? Why does she get to go to New York and I don't?
Yeah.
You know, I'm that kind of, so it's because, it's that.
How was life after divorce? Because as a nigga, right, when you think about life after divorce, you're like, freedom. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to respond to anybody. I can go Cape Town for a weekend and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know? So as niggas, you just think freedom. Is it the same as ladies?
It isn't, because I think we have so many responsibilities that we have to think of. You know, for me, kids, the home, schooling and all of that. However, I was telling, I took my parents out for lunch with the kids, like 2 Sundays ago. And my dad orders like lamb shank and samp and moroch and all of that. So I say to my mom, "Girl, aren't you happy you don't have to cook supper today?" So my dad says, "Oh, you know when you're married, you get used to eating peanut butter and jam for supper." Right? My son packs out laughing. My dad thinks he's funny. Then I look at my mom and I go, "Ma, you know the biggest thing I learned after divorce?" She says, "What, Ndanam?" I said, "I've got an extra 2 to 3 hours a day because I don't have to be standing at a stove cooking a meal for a grown-ass man." My dad looked down and goes, "Ish, I deserve that." I'm like, "Yeah, Dad." I'm like, "You're eating lamb shank. You wanted to get home now and cook you a full supper." So time was for me my greatest gift, because I didn't have another adult I needed to cater to, because I'm a lover. So I cater. I cooked 3 meals a day.
Wow.
Like, yeah. That's why he was like this when he was with me. So I'm a caterer. I'm a server. I love, you know, I'm the one who, if you come back and you've pulled a muscle, I'll be massaging you. You know what I mean? It's that kind of vibe. So time was the greatest gift that I got. But also,
and this is time with yourself as well, you know?
It's exactly that. What is interesting is when I did get divorced, I was discovering Joburg all over again.
Oh, wow.
Because I was like, do I like this place because we liked it, or do I genuinely like it? Do I love the song because we loved it, or do I genuinely love the song, you know? And even till today, like, we'll send each other links of songs or like funny clips from like Bernie Mac. We love Bernie Mac. So for me, it was discovering, no, I actually do love Bernie Mac. It's not because Dagas Nago and I love Bernie Mac. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how important is that to remain an individual within a relationship or marriage? Because a lot of times people morph into this one thing, and it sounds beautiful and romantic, but it's actually very dangerous, I think.
I don't know if I'm the right person to give you advice on that. You know what I mean? Didn't get it right. You know what I mean? So, didn't get it right. But I think as much as we want it, Saul, you can't not be influenced by an energy you're around
all the time.
You consume all the time.
But you still need to keep some of yourself.
You have to keep as much of yourself as possible. But I don't know how possible that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. When you live together, you don't have those multiple homes, those breaks.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Your algorithm is exactly the same. So it's just figuring out what your algorithm is.
And at this point, are we figuring out our bodies as well? Are you figuring out like
when now?
Like, no, like after divorce. Are you like,
oh, I'm not figuring it out. I know myself.
Oh,
like I'm in my 40s, guys.
Yeah, hey, Sweden with women in their 40s.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah,
what was that?
Yes, guys. I did abs this morning. I got it home.
It was so funny. I was watching the podcast you did with Gareth Cliff, and you were describing the difference between
the older guys and the young guys.
That was so funny.
But it was true, right? What did you pick up? Was it true or was
I haven't seen it.
Please break it down.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Okay, from the horse's mouth. Last year, I did Gareth Cliff. That's the last podcast I did. Yeah. You know.
Yeah,
I hate
100%.
Yeah. So he was asking me about dating, and at that time I wasn't serious. I was in my open phase.
Yeah.
So I was saying dating men my age is a challenge because they are needy. And they want us to raise them. And we can't fuck our sons. So it's a bit like weird. Dating older men, Uzakshay one round the whole night. You know? And I as you said, Ghost Later, I got a 6-pack. I need a man with a strong back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need the Leeroy.
Yeah, you got a 6-pack. You're the good.
Leeroy also don't love you. I have no issues with you. You know what I mean? And then the younger ones, yeah, they've got the energy, but then the experience and the sensuality is lacking. But my guy is older, and he's not. He trains. He's got
So with the young guys, can't you like groom them and like?
I don't want to groom now. Do you know what I mean?
But teach him.
No. Why are we teaching people?
Doesn't want to get married. What's she gonna do with a groom?
I'm not saying I want to get married. I'm saying I will get married if it comes up. But I don't want to groom. I want us to have sex.
Yes. Yeah. That's kids want sex. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want us to go places. Not Yenza Kanje.
Yeah.
Okay, eating. Okay, it's not done. Okay, so being abrasive.
Damn, how is this nigga? Like, needs to be giving them manual.
This is what I'm saying. I don't want to groom people. No. Let's just discover each other.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. No.
So what happened? I read. Tell me if this is true. What happened? There was an alleged that you were having an affair with a gym instructor or whatever, and you went to court and you.
So when I so the thing that I compliment myself with, and I'm proud of myself. I divorced and nobody knew.
Yes.
Ne? Yeah. Like nobody knew.
Yeah.
I took my wedding ring off on Idols for an entire year and nobody picked it up.
Wow.
Literally every Sunday I was like, oh, are the papers going to pick it up this week? And they didn't. So by the time the papers found out, end of 2018, News 24 was like, oh, it's obviously because she's been with the gym instructor. Because I posted with Usfiso, my gym instructor.
Okay.
He instantly lost business.
Yeah.
Oh.
Instantly. All the husbands paying for their wives were like, no.
Oh, he's chowing.
Yeah, he's chowing.
Yeah.
And then he instantly lost business. And then my mom was like, you got to sue them. And I'm like, ma, it's too expensive. She's like, no, like 5 generations from now, family tree, they're going to say, UNATHI was the one who broke up this because she did this and this, and that's why your family tree looks like this.
Yeah.
And she was like, you got to fix
thing
that.
never blew up. I didn't know about it.
What do you mean?
Like, was it big?
It did. It was all over. I woke up and there were street posters saying UNATHI cheated with gym trainer.
Gym trainer.
It was all over. My family from all over the country was like, my parents can't UNATHI since
With the gym trainer, at that point you need to exercise your rights and sue. Press that shit, yeah.
I know you now. I know you. Literally, I woke up. I had a nightmare. Sol and his one-liners. I see you.
Oh, so you were suing News 24.
No, I sued them and I won. And they had to print an apology.
Wow.
I'm glad. And I don't mind spending the money.
Yeah, you spent about 750?
Yeah, and they had to pay me 20,000 back.
Wow.
But they had to print an apology.
Yes.
Wait, why only 20,000 back?
Because that's
spent
the
so
law.
much money.
No, that's the law in South Africa. It's the repayment is
But you didn't do
minimal.
it for the money. You did it to clear your name.
I did it for my dignity.
And for your kids and yeah.
Because literally I've been walking in malls on some strangers. I promise. Kaloku people take things so seriously.
Yeah.
So now I'm cheating on their bad boy team.
Just
How did the fees add up to 750K?
Legal fees.
yeah.
Wow. What do you mean?
Cheat, you will see.
And that was
Yeah.
that was the magistrate's court.
Jeez.
It depends on the courts. They get more and more expensive.
Yeah.
Like the High Court is much more expensive than the magistrate's court. So
Wait, man, it's so crazy that you would even think that you can sue a publication because publications write stories about people all the time, misinformation, and it's just like, you know, what can I do?
With
you know.
the mercy.
So at what ground with the mercy? So at what grounds did we? Wasn't that a pun?
no.
Oh,
You know it wasn't on his heart.
No, but he's your biggest cheerleader. He wanted
Yeah,
it
he
to be
is.
a
I love him. I love him.
Like he wanted it to be a part.
Yeah.
Like give it to him. So
When Mac is not around, they don't land, you know. They don't quite slap without Mac. So, yeah.
you need him.
so at what grounds did you win the case? Like, how
What
did
do
you
you
win
mean? Because it was a blatant lie.
it? Yeah.
Didn't you say someone must sue you if they think it's a blatant lie
of
because
course.
of the baby mama,
Yes,
baby
yes,
dad?
yes.
Yeah, so it was a blatant lie.
So you had to go in court and prove that it was a lie.
Yeah.
So you have to have evidence and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to understand how it works. Like when you sue a publication that
Yeah,
big.
they need to give evidence of me cheating. I don't have to prove that you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
So they needed to prove that I cheated.
Yeah. Fuck, we gotta start suing these motherfuckers, man.
You're going to get sued, when. Don't start suing people. People will be on some, nyan. Okay, let me take it back to that day when you said this. No, look, it's innocent until proven guilty. So they had to prove that I cheated with my trainer.
Did he get any justice? I mean, for losing business, I feel like he should have sued too.
I guess he did, in that when I sued, then he got a lot of his clients back because they knew, okay, she wouldn't be suing.
His name is cleared.
Yeah, she wouldn't be suing if Gandinyan, there was something to hide. So he eventually started building his business up again.
And was it a defamation case?
Yeah, Galoko, it's defamation of character.
Defamation, man. This is interesting, bro. I don't know a lot of people that sue for like...
Oh, no, I sue, Mina. I just keep quiet, then I sue, and then I deal with you later.
And what was the reason? So with the Kaya case, what are we suing? Are we suing defamation? What are we suing?
So many things.
There's a lot.
Thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
It's not insane.
Don't be defensive.
Oh, hey.
So lovely.
Yes.
So lovely.
Yes.
So you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first is wrongful termination.
Okay.
Ne? You can't fire an employee or terminate a contract of a freelancer because there was a verbal dispute and someone got the facts wrong. I got the facts wrong, right?
okay.
I said Caesar swore at me,
Yes.
which was a wrong fact.
Okay.
Immediately after, they made me apologize to Caesar, which I did in writing.
Wait, and before the
shout out to you.
apology,
I apologized twice.
before the apology, was there a procedure they were meant to follow, which they didn't?
Yeah.
Oh.
They didn't follow any procedures. There were no meetings. There were no...
HR, disciplinary, what?
Nothing.
Okay.
So when I made that mistake, they asked me to apologize to Caesar, which I did. Then they said, apologize again, but don't...
These were food.
Yeah.
Well, you said these were food. Then you apologized again.
We are tired. Because Anele Nguwe. Oh my gosh, what are we talking about? Tick. So then they said, apologize again. This time, don't include management, because I included management in the apology. Because I wanted them to know I was serious. They said,
And this is an email or a letter?
everything's in writing.
Gotcha.
Then they said, you must email Caesar and then CC us. Don't include us. So I did that immediately. And then they fired me. And then they said, it's because my relationship with Kaya is what? Unrepairable or something. But now, remember, the MD is Spongile, who's emotional from Metro days.
Oh, Spongile, yes.
She's emotional because I walked out on her at Metro.
So she's got a personal thing with
It's
you.
a history. There's a
It's
history,
a history.
there.
So she's emotional. She's using Sizwe to fire me. He got emotional and allowed himself to be used in that manner.
Yeah.
What she doesn't know and what Sizwe didn't know at the time is that I was talking to the chairman while all of this was happening. So I've got all of that in writing as well. So my relationship can't be irreparable with Kaya if I'm getting advice from the chairman. So because I kept quiet, they didn't know all of this and they went on the rampage that they did. So when I decided to sue, my case was meant to be heard in arbitration.
Yeah.
But now because they'd already fired Spongile and the new MD, Colleen, came in. You might know Colleen.
No,
she worked at Prime Media with you guys.
Yeah,
If
she
I
was
see
the
a
white
face.
lady, the
I know the... Was
Terry.
Terry
They
Folkface.
part-
So her
Yeah.
business partner, Colleen,
Okay.
now moved to Kaya. Now, because she has a history with Sizwe, she also got emotional. And instead of allowing my matter to be heard in arbitration, which was wrongful termination, that's all I would have been allowed to sue Kaya for. She was like, we're taking the matter to the High Court because the assumption is I've been fired, I don't have money.
Wait, so when you say she's got history with Caesar,
Because they work together at Prime Media.
they-
So her loyalties are towards Sizwe more than Kaya.
Yes.
She should be acting in the best interest of
Of
Kaya,
Kaya,
right?
yes,
But no,
got you.
let's protect Sizwe.
Yeah.
Because if she was acting in the best interests of Kaya, she would have said, yes, the matter can go to arbitration. That would have meant that it's a private matter and it would have ended in weeks. And the only thing I'd be allowed to sue for is wrongful termination.
Got you.
But now, because Colleen got emotional and said, we're taking this to High Court, thinking that I won't afford it, and because Sizwe went on his 10-day rant, 2 days dedicated to a Q&A in my name, he exposed so much that we didn't know. Oh, so Kaya is the radio station that illegally records their staff?
Ooh.
That's the case.
That's not allowed.
What do you mean?
But we've known that. That happens
Who's
in
known
all...
that?
With these desks. These
desks.
They always just record.
Yes, but are they allowed to record? And are they in your contract?
No.
There we go. So now I'm allowed to sue because you're illegally recording your staff. Crimin and Jura comes in.
That's like us now with the mic saying we're just recording everyone.
When we're off air, yeah.
Oh, shit.
You've got to say to people, I'm recording. It's like Zoom meetings. So that's the first lawsuit. Then Crimin and Jura, because Kaya then takes those tapes that are private. Crimin and Jura is the intentional impairing of someone's dignity and privacy.
Okay.
Kaya gives those tapes to a staff member who posts them as a legal publication. Because once you post anything on the internet, it's a legal publication.
Yeah.
So that's Crimin and Jura, right? Then, because of that, and everything that was said back and forth on Twitter by him, and the Q&A and answering people like you picked it up.
Yes.
And come up with your
Own
opinions
Yes.
from a one-sided story.
Yes,
I'm not
yes.
saying anything. Kai's not saying anything. But
Yes.
because of this, and the tapes they released, allowed a staff member to release, I'm getting slander.
Yeah.
Defamation of character, emotional damage, psychological damage, reputational damage,
Yes.
loss of income. So those are all the things I'm suing Kaya for.
Fucking hell.
And it's thanks to people like you, because you, with specific reference to my case against Kaya and Sizwe, UNATHI's got a dick.
No, he
slander.
didn't say that.
He did.
Mac said.
was here.
No, I remember.
We've got it all.
No.
We've got it all, guys.
No, Mac said.
UNATHI's got a
They're
dick.
both, no, Mac said they're both dicks.
They're both
I remember
dicks.
Unathi was saying, why are you saying, I'm not, and then I said, Mac is not meaning you guys are literal dicks.
Yeah, I
it
was
means
saying-
it's like two bulls in a crowd. They are both, big personalities.
So we've got that in evidence.
And it's like, my dick is bigger than your dick.
Yeah.
Which means I've got a dick.
Not literally.
But he's confirming it.
Come on.
My dick is bigger than yours.
I don't have one. I never want one. And because of the specific reference to the case, she accuses me of sending her friend into depression.
Yes.
So all of these things, because of the 10 days that Sizwe was given, because they wouldn't see my matter in arbitration, I can sue for all of it now. Wow. So that's why I kept quiet for years.
Yeah.
It's not insane, it's lavish
But
retribution.
it sounds to me like you have every right to sue. I don't see why
course I
not.
do.
Yeah.
That's why I'm suing.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm spending so much money.
And that's why there's Konji, when I got fired, where did I take YFM?
CCMA.
CCMA. That's why they
Did you win?
CCMA point.
I refuse.
You don't have that UNATHI man.
No, I refuse, Shane.
CCMA
No,
is
I
free.
refuse. And CCMA is good, eh? No, CCMA is good. No, yeah. No, I refuse, eh? I'm sorry. CCMA.
No, make you sit with your boss and just say,
Prime Media
okay,
to
just get an
CCMA.
apology.
Did you win?
No, it's YFM, not Prime Media.
Did you win?
I think I was going to because
And what
Hey, I
did you
don't know
get?
what Kenton
You
did,
got an
man.
apology, ne?
I don't know what happened.
Was it Canton?
Yeah, I just wanted my job back, and I think they massaged me to a point of like, drop this and we'll hire you back, something like that.
And then they didn't.
And they didn't. I think I could be wrong. I could
Sounds
be
like
wrong.
him. Sounds like
But I just wanted my show back, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know this fucking CCMA.
No, but also, like, for the record, it's not the UNATHI money. I've got investors.
Wow, in the case.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Hold on, wait.
Guys,
I've never heard.
what they did. Like, everybody was like, UNATHI, do you need us to back you financially? I'm like, yes. UNATHI, do you need us to back you financially? I'm like, yes.
So what's their return? Because normally investors want an ROI.
They're going to get their lawyers' fees paid.
Oh, by the other party when they lose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
And then I'm going to get 21, the end of 21, all of 22. Yeah, the end of 21, all of 22, and the beginning of 23. That's the end of my contract.
So these are the years.
Yeah,
you were meant
so
to work.
Spongile coming from Metro, she was like, firehead, because we never usually fight for 1-year contracts.
Yeah.
She forgot that it's multiple years.
So when I hear you talk, right, I'm hearing a lot of personal issues. And do you not think perhaps maybe
A lot of personal issues, how?
like from each party, like Caesar, Caroline, Sbongile, past history, all of that stuff, do you not think maybe you are acting like this because your ego was bruised and you just want some sort of like...
My children's lives, quality of lives was changed, guys. Instantly.
Okay.
And not from my doing. I'm a hard worker. I'm punctual.
Yes.
Always sober.
Professional,
At work,
yeah.
Professional, do my best.
So that's what you're fighting for, essentially.
My mom forced me to sue. So I'm fighting. Well, Mac, what they did was wrong.
Yeah.
I always fight what's wrong.
Just
My
like when that
children's
guy
lives-
came and slapped you and you slapped him back.
Yeah, would you just stand there if someone slapped you?
Would I?
Just stand there.
No, of course not.
This is my point.
Yeah.
Look, that's what I'm asking. Like, why are you saying I'm hearing a lot of issues? No, it's just it was the wrong thing to do. It was bad. Like, also, like, it tarnished my reputation.
Because you know what for me is why I never, like, I've been wrong so many times, right? But I never, like, took the legal route or whatever. I was just like, okay.
Why not?
It's that I'm explaining that, right?
Oh, snap.
Because I'm like, that's how the industry goes, whatever. But also the industry is so small, I never wanted to piss off anyone. Do you get me?
I get you.
So, for example, I'd never want to piss off Ravi because Ravi might work at Kaya one day and I might want to go to Kaya one day.
Yeah.
So that was always my school of thought. But hearing you speak, it's like, shit, dude, I had a leg to stand on. That,
You did. And also for me, Mac, like, this is work, Joe.
yeah,
Like, my
and
parents,
we love this shit, bro.
Never mind that. Like, my parents sacrificed a lot to educate me in journalism. As a broadcaster, they sent me to very expensive institutions for me to be able to do what I do. And I take it seriously. It's my job. So, you know, you're not going to just fire me because you've got a vendetta from another radio station. And then you're going to use someone. Shocked me how he allowed himself to be used in that manner and how emotional he got. But we got there.
Have you spoken to him, Caesar?
I haven't seen him since.
Wow.
So for me, it's my profession. Like, I didn't find myself on radio. I studied radio for 4 years. I didn't find myself on TV. I studied television for 4 years. This is my profession. This is what I went to school for. So for me, it's, I don't know. And it's not to say, I don't know, like it's my profession.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take it lightly. It's the same as if someone gets fired in a corporate institution, they too are allowed retribution, you know? So
and
it's what I do. Like, I can't...
You've worked for a lot of companies, production companies. Have you always left amicably or like...
Kaya's the only place I haven't left amicably, guys.
Wow.
Metro, I walked away. Why I walked away.
Castle
Loud, the
Castle
contract ended. Idols, the contract ended. Kaya's the only place I have bad blood with.
So when you say you walked away, Metro, why? It means contract ended.
No, I was offered a contract at Y and I rejected it and I walked away and I went to Metro.
Yes.
Then when I left Metro, Sbongile wanted me to go and disrupt Mo Flavor's show because she didn't know what to do with me. Like, Glenn had resigned with immediate effect, went to Miami, and then they didn't know what to do with me. My contract was ending on the Friday, and then she called me the Thursday night on Monday, I need you to start Drive. And I'm like, no, I'm a mother of 2, I can't. Like, you want to disrupt my life in 24 hours? What do I do? How do I find drivers and nannies?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a mom. So I was like, no thanks. And she was like, but I'm giving you Drive with Mo. And I'm like, firstly, we're not going to do that to Mo. You know what I mean? Like, they like disrupting people who are building wonderful things, and Mo was building a wonderful thing. So for me, I was like, I'm not going to do that to Mo because I respect him and love him. And then secondly, for me, I was like, you're not going to turn me into the perpetual side co-host.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if that's the case, then think about me and then think where you want to place me. It can't be just okay, we'll go put you with Mo because Glenn's gone and Fresh is coming. So I was like, I'm out. I can chill. Like,
The lineups there at ACVC at Metro, is it derived from like popularity or like, because sometimes it makes no sense. Like,
a lot of the times it didn't make sense.
yeah, like from a radio broadcasting background, like these two people aren't going to work. You can just...
And you must think of that. You've got to think of chemistry. You've got to think of how people are building their shows, how people are building their careers. These are people's careers and livelihoods. So for me, I was just on some, Momo, you and I aren't going to fight because of this. I'd rather just walk away. And that's what I did.
And then Idols, you same thing, contract ended.
Contract ended. Yeah, contract ended. But we found out through the media, Randall and I.
Oh, yes. I remember you did mention that.
Yeah,
That's
the contract
crazy.
ended.
That's wild. Dude.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Because obviously Somizi was coming back. And I knew he wouldn't want to work with me after the stance.
Oh,
Wait. Why wouldn't Somizi want to work?
Hey, dude, your life is a movie, bro.
Hold on.
After the stance I took.
Oh, shit.
After what stance you took?
I don't defend sexual offenders.
Oh, when he was accused of thingy with the
Not
Mihlali thing.
accused, he was convicted.
Was
Oh,
he?
shit, was he?
Back then, guys, it's there. Do your Google, my love. He was convicted.
No ways. It wasn't just rumors or like paper talk.
It's in the court doc. It's everywhere. You can Google it.
No fucking
He was
ways.
convicted, and that's why Idols took him off. And then while he was off, R. Kelly was convicted. And then I happened to post that I'm very happy about R. Kelly being convicted. And they were like, yeah, but what about your friend? And I'm like, he's not my friend. He's Thomas's friend.
Yes.
So I don't have to defend anything.
So at the time, it was you, Randall, and Gareth.
No, myself, Randall, and we had guest presenters every week.
Oh, okay.
Every week, because they didn't want to make a permanent hire and they wanted the conviction news to die down. So by the time, this was around October, so by the time R. Kelly was convicted, all of this came out. Then everyone's like, yeah, but defend your friend. And I'm like, he's not my friend. He's Thomas's friend. And then this was October. Then Kaya fired me November. Idols decided not to renew our contract because they didn't want that.
Yes, the tension.
Yeah, they didn't want that. So, no, but I knew. Like the moment I heard Somizi was back, I was like, okay, I'm not doing next season because he said he didn't want to work with me.
Fucking hell. Does he have that much power at Idols? Or
He
did he?
did.
Damn.
But I mean, they went from 13 million to 734,000.
When you say it's so much power, how?
Ubani.
Somizi.
Look, when they wanted him to come back after all the allegations had died down, they said, "What do you want?" And he said, "I don't want to work with UNATHI." Yeah, what are the conditions? What are you entitled to? And he said, "I don't want to work with UNATHI." That's fine, guys.
And they were willing to take that gamble then of losing
They did.
viewers. Damn.
And where you guys now? Are we sorted? You and Somizi? Are we good?
He's Thomas's friend, guys.
And it'll always be Thomas's friend.
He's Thomas's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was with him in America and I didn't see him in a long time. We spoke, man.
Thomas or Somizi.
Somizi? Oh, man, we had a beautiful conversation.
Good for
You
you.
guys kissed. We saw the kiss.
Very good for you.
We saw y'all kiss.
You know what I mean? Oh my God. Good for you.
Idols is done now, ne?
It's been done for
done. It's
years.
been
Hey, but that
done
thing
now.
went on for way too long, man.
Why way too long?
Man, it was the same thing every season.
Yeah, but it's different kids with different dreams, Mac. Come on.
For real?
Yeah.
But they never make it. Like they win and
They
then
do make
and they win and then they don't go far.
We're not
The
talking
top
about
three
the winners.
people- yes, the other
but
guys.
they do make it. It's just the same. Jennifer Hudson never won.
Yeah.
Fantasia. It's the same.
Yeah,
it's giving South Africa a pool of musicians, experience, resources who would have never had it before. You know what I mean? So it's kids who have dreams. Some of them aren't educated, but they've got raw talents. So why not? You know what I mean?
Why do you think the winners never really make it? Like,
And it's something I used to tell them every year. Every year I would have a chat with the top 16 before they went into after theatre week. And then I would have a chat with the top 2. The reason why is we had the best of everything.
Okay.
Best cameramen, best sound technicians, best engineers. Best makeup artists, best hairstylists.
hosts.
Host, brother. They got a wardrobe allowance. So everything they wore, they got to take home. Every week, I think they lasted on the show after top something.
Yep.
Each contestant would get 10,000 Rand. The biggest stages we would have, we've had John Legend on the show, Sierra. You know what I mean? We've had humongous people. The moment the person wins, the next morning, we're gone. We're focusing on next
Those
season.
support structures are gone.
We're focusing on next season.
The machine is gone.
Mac.
Oh, I see.
Our conversation we were having before the show,
Yes.
now all of a sudden, you got to know there has to be an events division.
Yeah.
There has to be HR. There has to be PR. There has to be marketing. It's all gone. So we're gone.
And the guys that make it are the ones who invest in that.
Yes.
I get you.
So that's why we've got the Amanda Blacks, the Loyisos, Kam Tetwakeki Matema, because Shakana, because they got it right. Because they understood that you can't just be a creative.
Yeah.
You have to have
It's a business.
show biz.
Yeah.
You got to take care of the biz.
How did you even get the Idols gig?
So crazy. Annika, the producer, called me in 2010.
Yeah.
And she was like, I need you to perform on Idols.
Okay.
But all my weekends were taken.
Yeah.
Like she's like, Nuts. I'm like, Annika, this one, I'm here, this one. So literally the whole of 2010, I couldn't be on the show to perform.
Yeah.
Biggest platform.
Yeah.
So I saved her number. Then she called me in 2011. And I answered, I was like, Annika? And she's like, oh my God, you saved my number. And I said, oh my God, I'm gonna clear any weekend.
Yeah.
Which weekend do you want me to perform?
Yeah.
So she was like, unfortunately, I'm gonna need you for every weekend. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, we want you to come on. I was meant to join Mamara, Gareth, Randall, and I was gonna be the fourth judge. Wow. And then obviously the unfortunate thing happened with Mamara. So then it became three of us. And then we had guest judges for the audition phase and then just the three of us going on.
And what's the criteria to get a gig like that? Like,
I have no idea. I was just happy to get it. You know what I mean? Why me? Imagine. Why me? No. She doesn't have to audition or interview. I was like, of course. Whatever you want to pay me, I'll be there. Yeah.
I've always wondered, what were you guys talking about, like, when the cameras were off? Because, like, you guys are together the whole day pretty much, right?
Randall is extremely perverted. I love you, Mr. A.
Not Randall! Randall looks so clean, prim and proper.
Filthy mind. So it was sex a lot of the time. Gareth, filthy mind. A lot of the time. I promise you.
that we can expect.
Judas like, oh my gosh, what are you saying? I'm traumatizing you, Judas, sorry. Randall and Gareth, filthy minds. So it was always sex.
Jeez.
Always sex.
And then some music comes, oh no, it was too soon.
No. Guy, I have no issues with Somizi.
Hey.
He chose Thomas. You know when people divorce?
Yeah.
Friends choose sides. So I
must
have no
never
issues
do
with
that.
him.
You must never do
He
that.
just chose Thomas.
I must never do that.
What does it look like?
Would get in the conversation with us. Sex.
Sex idols.
Yeah.
What does it
Gareth and Randall used to say, the reality show is actually when the cameras are off.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, we would always say, because we're in each city for days on end. Randall only drinks tequila.
Yeah.
So, and Gareth. So the biggest night we would fight is when we would have to choose like a top 16 from a top 30 or something. And Randall wouldn't let us adjudicate until everybody in the room had at least 2 shots each. And then we'd be like, So we partied hard. A lot of dirty talk.
Did it ever feel like a chore? Like, fuck.
He was a good baker as well, Randall. Yeah, my last year.
It felt like,
Yeah,
I'm going to work now.
Yeah. And not because I was just exhausted. The only female on the panel. So I'm doing hair every week, nails every week.
Yeah.
It's new outfits every week. It was just, the admin to get to the Sunday was just a lot. And even when the contract wasn't renewed, I signed to my designer. She was like, but UNATHI, do you remember how exhausted you were? Like you would walk in here every week for fittings and all you would say is, I'm exhausted.
And was the money worth it, like with the work that you put in?
The money, the money directly from the show was not a lot. However, it gave me so much. It changed my life instantly.
Yeah.
I remember the day the news came out, I was on 19 covers that day. Yeah, it was enormous. So a great gift that the show gave me, and just my career, just catapulted my career.
Yeah, because sometimes it's not about the salary, but it's what you can do with the exposure of being on such a platform for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got paid like very minimum.
Yeah.
Extremely minimum.
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass people, but
I'm surprised when you're saying Somizi chose Thomas. Like, how does it get to the
Why are
point
you
where...
surprised?
No, like, how does it get to the point where if I was your guy's friend, why must I choose one? Why can't I remain being both your
I
friends?
don't think you should.
But
I don't think you should.
How do you know then that, they've chosen Thomas? Do they stop calling you? Do they...
Everything. Stop calling me. Going on boys' trips with Thomas. On his reality show, started saying weird stuff about me. You know what I mean? And then eventually my dad called me and he was like, this man has chosen Thomas. You need to accept it and you need to remove yourself from it. And I was like, okay, Dad, do you see it too? He's like, everybody sees it.
Did that happen with other
He's
friendships?
like, we watch the show all the time.
Did that happen to other friendships or it was just his?
It does happen. No, it
Where
does
people
happen.
choose sides?
It does happen, and you've got to allow people. Guys, loyalty has an expiry date.
Yeah, but let's be honest. UNATHI,
Loyalty has an expiry date.
But
You've got to allow people to feel what they feel.
But let's be honest, Sis UNATHI.
I can't force a friendship with you.
No, you
if
can't.
If you don't want to be my friend,
But
Mac.
you can't. But you've been in the game for so long. You should know that these friendships never last because most of the times, what brought you together is it's because someone, like, I'm not saying Somizi wanted this, but maybe Somizi wanted to be like you, and that's never a good way to start a relationship.
But for me, this is why I'm like telling you, I harbor no ill feelings towards him.
Yeah.
I've accepted that Thomas is his preference.
Of course, Thomas is his preference. Yeah, you see, man.
UNATHI.
Hey, that one flew over me. Hey,
I know.
Hey.
boys
So
trips.
emotional on
Boys
idols.
trips. We all know what happens at boys trips. Hey.
He made my boss lady as she sips on her cup. What do you know? She's like, what do you know?
Hey.
What do you know about boys trips?
Hey. Teen man.
Boys trips to Zimbabwe and Swaziland. Yeah. Then you come talk smack on your reality show. My father was like, remove yourself from that event. I was like, okay, Daddy.
You're saying, lady?
You were saying, sorry, my love.
I was asking, why were you so like? We saw you so many times on Idols, being so emotional. Like, why?
That's who I am, eh?
Yeah.
That's my ancestors' love language I've come to learn. When you can't fully articulate how beautiful something is or how much it touches you and you don't find the words. Expression is everything. So I'm a crier.
Why did you leave?
cry a
Why did you
lot.
leave? Why? Because I was so happy because when Bondo hired me, I thought, finally I'm going to be working with the legends. But you
And we
were
all left
leaving.
it.
Yeah, you were.
It was the Exodus.
We called it the
Great.
Great Trek.
Yeah, it was a great point.
So do you know what happened? Kanthan. You leave bosses, you don't leave places. So Kanthan arrived and told us we're going to play drum and bass.
Oh, no, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they were. You know the drum and bass face. Yeah, black people must now back announce drum and bass. We don't even listen. So Kanthan arrived at Y, and he was like, "We're playing drum and bass." So we had a meeting, and we were all leaving. Greg, who had already left Y, heard that we were all leaving.
Yeah.
And then he had a meeting with us. And he was like, it's not about you. Greg's always been like, just, you know how he's just a great thinker. And he was like, it's not about you guys. Hush your egos. You can't do this to the legacy of Y.
Yeah.
And that's when he was like, okay. He literally was like, okay, Fresh, Bad Boy, so-and-so, Smooth, which was those three.
Yeah.
You can leave first year.
Oh.
And then second year,
Wow, there was a meeting like that.
Yeah. UNATHI, Adil,
Rude Boy.
Root Boy. There were 4 of us. So there were 7 of us who wanted to leave immediately. And then Griza was like, MacG, no. 3 of you can leave now. And that's when Fresh went to 5, Thomas Metro, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was so long ago. Sbu Ukozi.
Yes.
And then he said to the other four of us, please stay. I know. I know. And he was like, please stay. And then we were like, okay, we'll stay. And then we all left the second year.
Dude, and we had big shoes to fill, man.
No, I know.
Hey, but we're tense.
We were so upset because we never wanted to leave Y like that. Yes, everything has a time and a place, but we never wanted it to be that drastic so that people pick up. But it was drum and bass, Joe.
Please explain
So it was
what's
not
this
about
drum
money.
and bass.
No, we had a new manager.
Genre. So it's like, you know, when a new boss comes into a new environment and he wants
Sweeps
to implement,
clean.
There's a new sheriff in town.
new sheriff, and he wants to mark his territory.
So we were told no more kwaito, no more hip hop, no more house music. We are no more R&B, soul. We are going to play drum and bass.
I've spoken to a lot of YFM legends, you know, Chileans, whatever.
Yeah.
And they all talk about crazy stories like, you know, smoking weed. And,
What do you want to know?
How was it like for you? Like, what crazy shit did you get up to?
Shit that's not on the internet.
It's about to be now.
That's like getting blowjobs, bro. During a link,
I've
bro.
seen,
Are
I
you
saw,
for real?
I saw.
Yes.
I've seen people getting blowjobs while doing links.
Yeah.
I've seen people have sex with 3 listeners while we're on a tour bus.
Oh,
upstairs.
my word.
Yeah.
I've seen people getting blowjobs
That one is
behind.
Yeah.
I've seen people getting blowjobs on the decks. There were even signs. They would say, "When I'm doing this, you must know." Go in, mama. I've seen so much. I've seen people cutting lines on the desk. I've seen.
Lines of coke.
Yeah.
I've taken 14-year-old girls out of people's hotel rooms. And that's not just
that's
why.
foul.
Yes.
That's not just why, that's Cost Aloud as well. Because at Cost Aloud, I was on tour for 2 years. I would only be home on Tuesdays, but I was on tour. So I'd seen, I could tell you, then I would say, so-and-so is a pedophile, so-and-so is going to die of AIDS, so-and-so is going to end up in rehab. And it basically happened. Yeah.
Damn, so you predicted that Khabzela...
Khabzela, you know,
No, she just said. Oh.
Kaba was so painful for us.
Oh.
And I'll tell you, Fana gave me his show on Y. So what Greg would do if someone came to Y and said, I want to work at Y, there was a hall of fame with the black and white pictures.
Yes.
Yes.
He would take you to the kitchen and say, show me who you're going to replace.
Oh, yes.
The legends.
Yeah. So literally, like, all our pictures would be up and he said, show me who you're going to replace.
And your
then,
answer determines a lot.
no one replaced us. So answer or not, your talent needs to prove it.
Yeah.
So Khabzela at the time, we were still at Bertram's. He had his Sunday show 4 hours long. And Thomas said to Greg, there's this new girl on TV. Watch her. We need her on Y. Cut a long story short, I trained. They taught me the desk. You know, broadcasting, radio, I'd learned at Rhodes. Taught me the desk. Fana gave me 2 hours of his 4-hour show. So my first show on Y was the B-side. Fana living his life. Remember, Fana was a taxi driver before he joined us.
Yeah.
Lived his life. The one day, so it was Tato in the morning. Yeah. Dre and Kaba. Then it was myself and Mihlali Root Boy.
Yes.
Then it was Thomas, Bad Boy Tilly and Sansa with Harambe. So that was the lineup. So we would come in to do the crossover. Then out of nowhere, Fana slips off his chair, fell off his chair, and couldn't get himself up. Oh. So I'm Gwaza. I'm like, Fana, you can't get up. And then because that's Gwaza. That was us.
Yeah.
You can't get up, whatever. And I just saw the way he looked at me. Mihlali and I looked at each other and we knew that we had to run around the desk. Because, you know, it's like a spaceship.
Yeah.
I had to run around to help pick him up. So we picked him up and put him on his seat. And we could see it wasn't a normal day. We didn't know what was wrong with him. We just saw that he was getting frail and he constantly had the flu. So we did the news bulletin, and then Fana and Dre left. An hour later, on the news bulletin, Khabzela had already told management that he was positive and he was full-blown at that time. He had recorded, Johannesburg, it's Fana, I'm positive.
I remember that
I've got
message.
you have no idea, having to broadcast for the next 3 hours. We saw him fall. He left. We started the news. An hour later, we were playing the clip during our news bulletin and no one had warned us. So we were all finding out at the same time. He became... And that's why I'm like, Fana's story is sad because he wasn't ready to become the ambassador or the face of HIV. You know what I mean? And it was all just too much for him. And then he just deteriorated exponentially and we lost him like immediately.
What did you think of Chilean, man? Because like...
Chilean's crazy. You know this.
Yeah.
You know this.
Yeah. He was
Wild.
amazing, right?
Beautiful. But it's always the geniuses, the free spirits that are, I think, captivated on earth, you know? I think Chile's one of the greatest broadcasters to ever do it. Fat Joe, very few, Bob Mabena, you know? Just
Glenn. Ooh, okay. Yeah.
He's great. No, he's great. But we're talking about those ones.
Yes,
I'm not
like-
being disrespectful.
You wouldn't say he's there.
Who?
Glenn.
Would you say he's there?
In the same avenue as
I get what
your-
you're saying. I get what you
As
mean.
Bob Mabena.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. No?
But
As
then
Bob
how does it-
Mabena. As Bob Mabena.
Chili
Are
M.
you comparing him to Bob Mabena?
Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Chili M and Fat Joe.
Okay, okay. But he's good, man.
He
He's been
is.
doing like
Glenn
the
is
big shows for
good.
so long. I
Yeah,
think-
but how has he
'cause
been
he's
doing the
good.
big shows?
Safely.
With co-hosts.
Oh yeah, and he lets people be even when you listen to him. Like
This is what I'm saying.
He lets people back
Guys,
announce
Glenn
and
is,
do.
Glenn is good.
Yeah.
But on the Bob Mabena level,
I see. Okay, one man. You mean one man?
I
Fresh.
get you.
Let's go.
this is my point.
Steering, Phantom.
On my own.
Yeah.
Aha.
get you.
Louis always had a me.
Yeah.
Who's Nati at 2000. Now he's got Khumutso and Skumba at your home.
Kaya, yeah.
At your home.
Yo, don't
Yeah.
miss
It's my home.
Your home.
It's my home on the streets on the air.
Oh, is that what you're still saying?
Yeah.
So cute.
Well, no, you've got a grudge. Yours is personal.
I do
Yours
have
is
a grudge.
personal. So
I must have a grudge.
I understand.
Yeah. Now you must understand. Are you still saying that? No, guys. I mean, no disrespect
Yeah,
to Glenn,
no,
but
I got you.
it's
You
just
wouldn't put him there.
you can't.
Even for me, Fresh is not on that level.
Fresh is not on that level.
Yeah.
For me, it's
like
Majorda
pushing
Joe.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Majorda. Fat Joe.
Fat Joe, yeah.
It's Chili.
Chili, man.
It's Mabena.
Man.
Yeah, Bob
Like-
is amazing.
Yeah.
Diabo? No disrespect, but it's
Can you...
Khabzela.
Fana, definitely.
Khabzela needs to be there as well.
Khabzela runs the tightest desk. He taught me how to run the desk. He used to say it needs to be tighter than a flea's ass. I'm like, okay, Fana. Okay, this is tight enough. He's like, okay, you're getting there.
And you know, your ex-husband taught me the desk.
He's also tighter
Yeah,
than
tight,
a
tight,
flea's
tight,
ass.
tight, tight.
So 3 people who grew who I
Yeah.
don't want to use the word groom because the people have
Yes.
used that word negatively
Yes,
now.
yes.
3 people who trained me going into Y. Khabzela, Ashifa Shaba,
Oh, yes.
and my ex.
Yeah.
Tightest desks.
Because me, I was
Tightest
standing in for, I used to shadow Adil when he did Club Y.
desks.
So he was running late and then I had to
He
do a
loves you,
link.
that guy. Adil has loved you forever.
I love him too.
And you
man.
had to do a link?
Yeah, because he was running late.
Sure.
So your ex-husband was like teaching me how to...
That's so dope.
Yeah.
Have you seen him lately?
Your husband? No. I last saw him at a club. Yeah, long ago.
Hence we grew apart.
Oh.
He said a long
When you agreed to stop making the club music and him attending the club.
Yeah. He stayed in the club. Ding.
You know, one thing I've always admired about you is how articulate you are. Like,
Thank you.
whatever you're thinking, you're able to articulate, which
Thank
you guys have both that skill, which I
Yeah,
really,
he's got
really
a
admire.
phenomenal mind.
Yeah. So can you try explain, like, because I've never seen this energy ever before. I think the closest thing I felt about this energy is probably the podcast. And even then, it's not at that level where it's just young people doing extremely well with something they're passionate about, and which is YFM, bro. Can you explain like I've never seen that shit anywhere ever. Like that energy, that
Yeah. What a blessing, right? And we're so blessed to have we hit the sweet spot, and we're so blessed to have that. YFM was, firstly, you know how they launched Y, right?
yeah.
The invite, you know, it was hand grenades.
Yeah, no, there was petrol bombs. Petrol bombs.
Petrol
Yeah,
bomb.
Petrol bombs.
In
and bombs.
Santon Square. And they only had white waiters. It was Thomas's first flight from Cape Town ever because of Randall. And he was like,
Yes.
yeah, he's like, man, can you imagine? Like, it's my first flight. And all I'm seeing is white people. So, can I help you? From Cape Town.
Yeah.
So that was why. Unapologetically black. Unapologetically Kwaito. Unapologetically hip hop. Unapologetically us. All stars. It was just people who believed in themselves so much that they didn't need to be told what to do or how to do it. Just and the passion that we had, because we were the first at everything. Everything, if you think about it. Like the first to have tour buses, the first to do OBs, the first to say to white people, white agencies, oh, you don't want our money? Because we got it.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you got it? And we're like, yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
And it was just that revolution of Boom Shaga is recording the national anthem, and we're all going, doing things we shouldn't be doing, you know what I mean? And then Matiba going, no, guys.
Yeah.
I like you, but no.
Not the anthem.
Not the anthem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it was just being unapologetically you.
Yeah.
You know, interviewing the president, Thabo Mbeki, on some Tibas.
Yes, keep on.
And he's like, what's that? You know, so it was just not being told where the lines are and that you need to stick in your lane. We didn't have, you know, YFM is the only radio station that has ever given all of us on air staff 13th checks, bonuses.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was that kind of stuff. We wanted to come to work. We loved each other. We enjoyed each other's company. It wasn't work. We would go to Durban for 2 weeks in July because, you know, we just didn't want to be cold.
Yeah.
So we'd come up with a plan on we don't want to be cold, so what are we going to do? We're going to go on a marketing journey and we're going to go present to all the agencies in Durban, and we're going to, you know, broadcast from the beachfront, and we're going to tell Joburg to come to Durban. And literally that's what we would do. And then we'd see just people, guys, you made it sound so dope. Like we drove here and we're like, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just being young, free, and just
It was
fearless.
a cultural phenomenon.
It was.
And we all wanted to be a part of it, and then we just missed it.
Just.
You know? Yeah, because it was
We
so amazing,
we got YFM to 2.1 million listeners. Something that's never been
ever,
achieved.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah. It was
Must have been the drum and
beautiful.
bass.
It was I promise you,
Then
it
the
was the drum and
dubstep.
bass. Because that's coming next, right?
Yeah, no, he did the dubstep thing afterwards. Yeah,
Did he do dubstep with you?
Yeah, with top 10 with doo-wop, remember?
Hot 99.
Yeah, there was like a whole thing. He
Give me a
tried,
song.
man.
Give me a song.
I don't know.
My point.
It was
Like, give me a
garbage.
song.
It was
Do you know what I mean?
garbage, Yeah.
Would you ever get back to radio?
I don't want to. It broke me, man. No. No.
Come on.
No,
Even
so
like talk radio. Okay, well, Kaya's almost.
this is talk radio.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
talk
true,
radio.
though.
This is dope. Do you know what I mean? Like, why would I want to go back to a place that constantly hurts me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to walk away from Metro because of one woman, and the institution allowed her to behave that way. She followed me to Kaya. The institution allowed her to treat me that way. Why would I keep going back to a place that hurts me?
Do you think that you were misunderstood? Maybe like because you're so articulate, but it
Misunderstood by who? By one woman who's been given too much power by these institutions.
was it just one, or maybe could
It's
it have been a lot of people?
Mjali. It's one woman. It's
What-
one woman.
What happened? The friction at Metro, like, how did that develop?
No, Metro, as I said, Galogo.
With her?
Kaloku Metro, it's because I left. So Glenn resigned 2 weeks before our
so how
contracts
dare
expired.
you?
So that's when
How
it started,
dare
when
I?
she moved into more flavor. It's not like there was history prior.
No, there wasn't. There was history prior.
That's what I'm asking, yeah.
There was history prior. I embarrassed her in front of Claudi and Fikile Mbalula. Because I got suspended because of that child who we were talking in DM and she disrespected me. Then I swore at her.
Oh, yes, I remember.
And then she screen grabbed our private conversations,
And
put
shared
them on
it.
Twitter. Sibongile thought, I'm going to suspend UNATHI indefinitely. She suspended me. But the thing about Sibongile, she forgets is that I'm very good at apologizing.
Yeah.
And I'm very good at writing things down. Same as this apology now. So the first time I was like, Sibongile, I'm sorry I swore at the child, but I mean it was private, but I'm sorry I put, no. I said, I'm sorry I put the station in disrepute. That's the thing they do. I'm sorry a private conversation got out, but I needed to stand my point. She then lied to Claudia and said I didn't apologize. So like 2 months later, I'm still suspended with no pay. Figila's listening to the show with Glenn, missing me. Figila then calls Claudi because he was the head of radio, head of the SABC at the time.
Yeah.
And Figila was Minister of Arts at the time.
Yeah.
Figila's like, why is UNATHI still not on air? And then Claudia's like, no, she's stubborn. She refuses to apologize. Then Figila's like, call UNATHI. Claudia called me. I remember it was Heritage Day. I was at a bride with Somizi. When we were still married.
Yes.
And we didn't know what his preference was.
Yeah.
I know. Good schools. Good schools. And then Claudia called me and he's like, what's going on? Like, why aren't you on air? And I said, I don't know, boss. I apologize for it. And he's like, can you prove it? I was like, yeah. Can I forward you the email now? And it was a Friday. And he's like, do you have it on email? I'm like, yeah, I was taught to have everything down. I forwarded the email from my phone. He said, stay there. Where are you? Are you at a bride? I said, yeah. He said, go outside. Stayed there. He put me on a call, called me back. He was like, you're back on air on Monday.
Fuck.
And I literally, I didn't have to speak to her. I didn't have to do anything.
Oh, that's not going to go down well.
Yeah, so that's where her contention with me started. Because, she just wanted to keep me off air for however long and said I didn't apologize. And yeah.
I want to ask a personal question. I know chillers probably don't even care about this. But for you, what's the art of broadcasting like?
Oh, wow.
Eh?
They should care, because I think it's the art of everything. You must always know the 5 W's and the H. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Who did what? Where did they do it? What did they do? When did they do it? Why did they do it? How did they do it? And that's how you'll always tell a great story, because you've covered everything. And people aren't going to be, but there's something missing. So I always, even with my kids, like when they have presentations or projects, oral, I always tell them, always cover the 5 W's and the H.
So every link you ever did, you
5
that was your
W's
checklist?
and the H. Wow. I literally write 5 W's and the H on top of every page so that I remember. And then the art as well is slow it down. Remember we were talking about this at the GQ Awards. Just slow it down. And then it happens. So annoying.
Yeah.
So annoying. Slow it down. Calm down. Lower your voice, as in lower register. Not high pitch, because that's annoying. You see, that growl was comforting. Yeah. 5 W's the H, and then slow it down. Because also when you slow it down, you're able to make your thoughts, put them in order. And then that's how you're able to articulate yourself.
And preparation for you, was that a key?
Every day. Every day. Preparation and being sober. Yeah, every day, preparation. I had a conversation with a younger broadcaster, and she's frustrated at the moment and all of that stuff. And I said to her, you've got to be in charge. So if your content producer is not cutting it, produce your own content. I produced everything at Y.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until I got to Metro, then I ran the desk. Because Louis doesn't run the desk.
Yes.
Yeah, he stands, which is beautiful as well. Great energy. So yeah, just always answer the 5 W's and the H. slow it down, and then lower your register.
I was chatting to Anela the one time, and she was saying,
She's phenomenal.
Yeah, she's amazing. She was saying when she was finding her feet at Prime Media, she used to listen to you and try and mimic
she's
you
totally-
and Penny Libiani.
Yeah.
And then eventually she was like, fuck it, I don't want to be another
Yeah.
UNATHI.
Yeah.
And what I've seen lately, I think it's calmed down a bit, but there was an era where everybody just wanted to be like Bonang,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
It's not, if you think about it. It's admiration. But it's also knowing where to draw the line. There's a difference between being inspired by someone and trying to copy someone. You know what I mean? So it's good to admire someone and to take certain things from them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I woke up this morning and I was like, I need to have my one-liners.
Yeah.
Because I knew he would be here. You know what I'm saying?
You came through. You came through.
Thank you. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not going to
Appreciate
try
that,
and
Lucy.
I'm not going to try and be Saul now or replace him, which I found in the Bonang era.
Yes.
It was like an identical replica kind of thing,
Dude.
and that's why she's had so much staying power.
Yeah.
You know, because she's Bonang.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. I want to play a quick game with you.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, shit. Before we play the game, the Malaika interview.
Yes.
What did you think about that? Because you're in music, and we've been even hearing Yvonne Chaka Chaka,
Yeah, Mama Yvonne.
Mami Yvonne.
Yeah.
What happened with Mami Von?
Please tell
Oh,
me.
she hasn't gotten royalties from Umkumbut.
I
But even-
don't have royalties from Sanalom.
Hold
I
on,
know.
wait.
Song of the year.
But like,
No, don't worry. We're shooting a documentary on this.
hold on, no, but did you do stuff that warrants you royalties? Did you write your part?
Ndiqonjiswa nguwe andifuna unqunyiswa nguwe
Yeah, you
andifuna
wrote that.
ukukubona
Yeah.
nesihlungu ayizophola banoxolo sanubuphi zona
Then you deserve what's yours. Then.
and it's my voice. So
No, that could be just for performance.
yeah,
as a
but
performer.
but
If someone else
performance
writes it,
royalties, no, guys. Performance royalties are there for the voice as well. That's why Nomcebo and Ubanban,
Okay.
yes, are having their beef as well. If it's your voice on the song, you get performance royalties every time that song is played. Whether it's at an event, these guys should have lists of the songs they played, but we
DJs.
don't. We don't even do it when we perform live. On TV, yeah.
Even on radio, every time it plays.
Yes, yeah. And now with digital stuff, we get even more royalties, yeah.
I thought it's when you
So-
wrote the stuff.
And
Because like with a
writing.
bassist, they could
So-
come
so
and
y-
play a bass that I composed. They're not gonna get paid every time the song plays.
Yeah, but that's the rhythm section. I'm talking vocals.
Okay.
The vocals, rhythm section, you get paid a studio fee.
It's a session fee.
It's
yeah.
a session fee, session fee. But if it's your voice singing on the song,
Even though you didn't write it.
yeah, you get performance royalties.
So you're not getting any
So-
royalties for Sanolam. Is that because of Zola or Get Her Off?
Get it off.
Ah.
Lance gave me a cute little check.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like
What?
you comfortable with that, like you.
No, I'm getting...
Taking them to the clean.
Are you suing for that?
Hey, you love suing, Unathi.
I'm not suing. Why are you taking her one-sided story? Ngiyathanda ezo zinto. You don't need to sue for your royalties. You just need to go to Risa and say, you need to rectify these.
So what did you think about Malaika, man?
Heartbroken.
No.
Insane, right?
Oh man.
I don't know the full story because, I've been seeing different clips, but seeing them exchange energy with each other in that manner after giving us so many beautiful songs.
Memories.
Dude, yeah, those guys.
It broke my heart. And I'm never going to be the one to say, I just want them to get back together. Because people say that about Thomas and I. And, people must just...
Accept.
Everything has a life. Everything has an expiry date. But it broke me. I love Tiri, I love Bongani. Watching it and watching the emotions build.
Soul thinks they smashed. That's
And we
what.
forgot to address that, man. You know.
I'm weird that you didn't, right?
Yeah.
Because I saw it in
Totally
the comment
forgot.
section. Yeah, I saw it in the comments on some lava. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to think it. I can't think it. I saw it in the comment section and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, there's a lot of emotion.
Yes.
And I
And
wish
you can
there
believe
wasn't.
that.
Hey, Mac, can you believe it?
You
I'm fine.
could. right, cool. I got some quick fire questions for you, all right?
I got you.
What was your craziest fan encounter?
Weird.
Yeah.
Primrose. Sakubiza ngegama. I won't call the surname.
Yeah.
Driving my son back from an exam. I'm parked at a 4-way stop. Ne? At the traffic lights. It's traffic lights both ways.
Yeah.
So mine turns red, so I stop. Hers is green. I'm going this way. She's coming this way. Ne? So she's driving this way.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, Sisunasi, and she crashes into my side door.
Oh.
Literally. Peak hour traffic, 5 o'clock. I literally went, one Kamala. I said, you realize I can't charge you for this. You realize I can't call insurance. I can't punish you for this.
Primrose.
My son was like, Mom, that's so weird. Yeah, so that's the weirdest I've had.
Oh, wow. So what did you end up doing?
Or other, like another lady at Jimin the other day, and I literally had to change where I get dressed.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, your ass is really naked. She was like, oh my God, so your ass is really nice. I said, girl. So now I get changed. I realized being naked, like in an open plan, is just not quite,
And it's all natural.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
No, I mean, come on. Have you seen my mom? Have you seen my sisters? We've got khoisan in us, so it's the...
And you know it's banging, right?
Yeah. That's why I work on it. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't like... Thank you. I didn't want to come across as yellow, but thank you.
What is your most embarrassing moment on stage?
Someone threw a cigarette at me at baseline.
Ha!
So now I picked it up, took a drag. Guys, it was baseline.
I really thought you'd say it was when you forgot your lines at the age of 6 and then you swore never to sing again in front of the whole school.
That was so long ago. How did you know these things?
Oh, because we read. We read. So she thought she'd never ever sing. She forgot her lines in front of the entire school.
Standard 6, grade 8.
Yeah, and that was traumatic,
In
right?
front of the nuns, parents, teachers.
Jeez.
Tenjiwe Kundwana laughed so hard. She's like, that from standard 6 to I finished high school, I refused to be in the choir.
It's trauma. It's trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. So, yeah. But now I forget my lyrics all the time. Literally. My band boo will look at me on some, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, Mama. She's like, it's not strength, it's power. I forget my lyrics all the time now.
That's
so
funny.
I can't believe you know that story.
Your biggest shoe purchase?
I wonder he's leaving me. I thought you were gonna be like, Sol, you can't ask that.
Because you love shoes, right?
I love shoes. Red bottoms.
How much are those?
Christian Laboutis.
Is that what you said? Labouti?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Labouti.
I heard Louboutins.
No, it's Louboutin.
Labouti.
Labouti.
How much was it?
The cheapest ones are 16K.
For shoes?
Just the plain
For
Kate,
fucking shoes?
the Kate Mosses. Says the guy who buys his wife my car.
Yeah, thank you, Ted.
You
Don't know what?
Mac, you don't know.
The So Kates, which are just the. But I also like wear All Stars. Don't give me that bad reputation. Just the plain pointy ones with the red sole. Those are the cheapest ones. Those are about 16.
Yeah, but that's still not your biggest.
No. My biggest shoe purchase? Yeah. Ghost lady, you're not gonna help me out here.
What is it?
Oh, guys.
Give us that one. You gotta give us that one.
25 away from 100.
Yeah!
Which brand is this?
Ivan.
This was before COVID, guys. I'm not that irresponsible anymore.
Louboutin.
I've only bought one pair of shoes since COVID because COVID reminded me that I think I have enough pairs of shoes. So I haven't bought shoes in 4 years.
But what is
Actually,
it?
my brother Kliko bought me my only pairs of shoes that I've bought.
What is it? Do these shoes hug you? Like, how would you spend so much money?
So Mr. Labouti designs the shoe based on the shape of a woman when she comes.
Huh?
The shape of a woman when she comes.
The shape of her foot when she comes.
Like, come.
Yeah,
As
like
in
sex,
erotically.
climax.
Whoa.
Yes.
Sex.
He's an eroticism guy. The ballet pointed shoes that Beyonce wears in her videos, those are all by Mr. Labuti.
Okay.
So when you
So he designs his shoe so that it emulates the shape. John, you can't even close your mouth. So he designs the shoe because he thinks it's so erotic of the base of a woman's foot when she comes. So they're not made for walking. They look very sexy when a woman is sitting and she's crossed her ankles and you see that little bit of the red because also the red emulates,
Yes.
Red bottom.
She's just like, oh my God. She's just like, yes, that's it. So yeah, that's my biggest shoe purchase.
And bags, you're not into bags, no?
I'm not a bag person. I'm a clothes person.
Clothes, no?
So yeah.
Shout out what you're doing with Makosa, man. We need
Thank
more
you.
of that, man.
Yeah, beautiful.
We need more of that, man. It's
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Something in your past you wish you could change.
An event or
Anything. Could be anything.
in my past specifically? Sure. Yeah, I wish I could have played for South Africa.
Played.
Hockey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I got chosen. I was Springbok. But then I injured myself just before the tournament.
No way.
The day before.
Playing hockey or
Playing hockey, yeah. So we were in our last tournament. Last practice. And then I twisted my knee and had to have an operation. So, yeah, I definitely wish I could change that.
That's so insane. Just
It's
that
torture.
one incident
The day
reshaped your
before.
whole life.
Whole life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a broadcaster today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be a professional hockey player. So that's, yeah. And then as I was in hospital, my team was flying over to China
Do they
and
make
Australia.
a living playing hockey in South Africa?
No, they can't afford it. One of my please, thank you for that question. One of my spinning instructors, Tash Gori, she's made the Springbok team for the Hockey Masters. And she's going to New Zealand in October. Wow. And she needs to raise like a shitload of money. So they don't.
See.
I had to work at Macro to pay for mine. Well, I started working at Macro when I was 16.
Yeah.
So by the time I got chosen for SA, I had to use all my casual money because back then it was like 15,000 rand.
Thank God for the
much
accident,
more.
then.
Yeah. So
What were you doing at Macro?
I was a cashier.
Oh, no paga.
No. I was John, I right. Oh, Taz. You know Taz, the actor?
Yeah.
He was in Kabeja now. I think he's starring in Kabeja. He was my packer, Taz. I was the cashier, and Zolani Mawala was at reception from Freshly
Whoa,
Ground.
Zolani!
We opened Macro in Port Elizabeth, I don't know, 96, 97,
Whoa.
whatever. We all started in Macro. It was like the navy and white uniform. Next to me is this man. Can I put them on the trolley or do you want to take it?
Ever had sex with the same gender?
No.
Woo!
I know. I've never even kissed a girl.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of my girlfriends are like, when you do decide, I want to be the first one. And I'm like, I think I'm old enough.
Because you do
now.
have some sort of like alpha male.
You see, it's back to that dick thing. I don't want alpha male energy. I don't want it. No, do you know what? Yeah. I've been asked by many women. Thomas will tell you stories of me being very naive. Yeah. And I'm like, I want to go to the bathroom. And a girl will be like, I'll take you. Yeah. And then I'll be sitting down and the girl's standing watching me.
Wow.
Yeah. I used to be very naive. Yeah. I've had offers. We had offers of swinging in threesomes and stuff.
Hey, man.
Yeah. But I've got an explanation for it.
That exists in SA?
Yeah.
No way.
He's acting like he's naive.
No. I'm telling you, I thought that was in the movies, bro.
Swing-ass boy.
Have you ever gone past a house where there's a swinging thing?
My old taxi driver, Utatu Dube, before Ubers and stuff, I used to use Rose taxis all the time. And I used to use the same driver, driver
Rose
100.
taxi, you're old.
You used to drive for
Yeah,
I did.
I did. Yeah,
he did.
I used to
What
drive-
number were you?
No,
I used to request driver 100.
No, I wasn't Rhodes. My mom opened her own meter taxi company.
That's amazing.
So I used to drive like Sonia, Shwashwi,
Oh, nice.
Kanyimbao, Kitty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
No, my old taxi driver.
Lorna.
Yes. He used to have regular clients like me,
Yeah,
he'd be like, I just dropped them off at the swingers. I'm going to go pick them up in 2 hours. What happens? We used to have people, like famous people come up to us and
crazy.
say, can they sleep with us as a couple?
How does that even work? Like they come up to you and just say it.
Yo, you guys are so sexy as a couple. I wish I could just sleep with the both of you.
Fucking hell.
Who's more open to, like, who suggests that more? Females or men who just come up to you and say,
Men would
Let's
never do
rock.
that to Thomas. So it's always with men.
man.
And you said no.
Hey.
Who?
You guys.
I've never kissed a girl.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd be on some, sorry, ma'am, I've never kissed a woman. But I mean, you can ask him. I can't speak on his behalf.
But that's good content,
And then
though,
he would
man.
be on some,
I would have done it just for the content's sake.
what? And then be traumatized for life.
But did he take the offer?
No. Are you hearing me? That man never cheated on me. Shame, man.
Shout out to
Shame.
All right, here we go. Greatest advice your dad has ever given you?
Once you start running, you'll never stop. So never run away from things. Always run towards them.
Ooh.
He said this to me when I failed standard 6.
Okay.
Because I was like, I need to move school, have a new start, a new beginning. And then he was like, Danam, when you start running, you never stop. So always make sure you're running towards something and never away from something.
How do you feel grade 8?
Easily.
How?
Like,
I failed Afrikaans.
oh,
that's
shit.
it.
That
Yeah.
I failed the term because of that.
I failed a year.
Yeah, because the rule was if you fail a language,
Yeah,
a
language,
unless it's a
yes.
third language, it's
Yeah.
fine. But one of
No, I
2
failed
languages.
Afrikaans.
Oh no, shit. Sorry,
And
that
we
happens.
just, and
that
remember,
happens.
we
Yeah.
just come back from the UK. I came back in standard 5. So I didn't know Afrikaans.
Fuck.
And at the time, we didn't know that we could apply for exemption from Afrikaans because I was raised abroad.
Yes.
So when I failed standard 6, I repeated it. And in the same year, we applied for exemption. So I didn't have to pass it for the rest of my years.
yeah.
In matric, I just had to get 30%. When everyone else got 30, the pass rate was 33%, I think.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous. I only had to get 30%. So, yeah, easily, Joe.
I thought you were going to mention the advice your dad gave you about, I'm paraphrasing here.
That's cool.
But something about don't focus too much about impressing other people because you don't even know them or something like that.
Your opinion of me adds absolutely no value to my life.
That's the
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, guys, he's such an internal builder. Do you know what I mean? Like he fortifies us from the inside. So he's always, like, my mom is always focused on, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about how you make people feel. Yeah. And then my dad is always about, regardless of what people feel about you, you are an incredible soul. So let's put an inferno in that, and let's build you, and let's, you know what I mean? So, you know.
But that's hard in this generation because every day on social media, you seeing people have opinions about you.
Yeah, that's why I left Twitter, because it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. And I think it's about us knowing our boundaries. I can't not respond to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're talking smack,
Hey,
it's
funny
outside
now,
like,
yeah.
someone's outside like, I'm here. I'm like, oh, me.
You motherfucker.
And I got time, man. I got time.
Teach soul how.
That's me.
Also,
man.
I'm petty. Am I petty,
man,
Labelle?
I'll fetch you.
So, yeah, that's me.
I'll fetch you.
But it's not real.
Not
You
that
don't
I'm
have to.
hurt,
No,
so I
but
took
I
it
want
personal.
to.
Yes.
But I want to.
Thank you. I'm not hurt, but
I want to.
we can both, sling in the mud.
Also, sometimes I'm feeling bitchy, and you just said it on the wrong day. So let's go. So you must know your strengths as well. I left Twitter because of all that stuff, but
And how's it been since you left?
peaceful.
Bro.
And you
Bro.
you first
it's like
think
it's like in a different world, bro.
peaceful,
Like,
peaceful.
But you shouldn't have let it damage your peace like that.
Easier
Even
said
to
than
begin
done.
with.
Easier said than done. So I can't.
My life is still peaceful when I'm on Twitter.
Oh, I can't.
Like,
How?
cooking.
sleeps
And you're
nicely
probably
on
cooking
Twitter.
me right now.
How?
But good.
How
That's
are
what
you?
your dad said, because it doesn't change my trajectory of my day, what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, how I view myself, how I feel, what they say.
Yeah, but
and
it's
also
annoying.
you get that people project. A lot of people in South Africa are unemployed, don't have data.
But it's
are
annoying,
fucked,
Saul.
and they want to take it out on you or someone.
I don't have this much.
And the bigger
me too.
I don't have this much.
I couldn't. I can't.
And the bigger the person, the better. Say the foulest thing about the biggest person. It's like, you know?
For me,
I don't have it
good.
in me.
Do you know why I
don't
left
have
it?
Why? When did you leave?
After the gay thing.
Which gay thing?
The one we're being cancelled for.
Why?
Oh, Manchester.
Yeah, the Manchester
Yes,
thing.
there was a moment.
Okay.
So the reason I left it, it's not because of what people are saying, right? I mean, we talk shit about people for a living.
Yeah.
So if it's fair game, like if you want to say something about me, it's fine. My thing is, once you see a comment, you can't unsee it, right?
Yeah.
And then it fucks with me creatively.
Yeah.
So like when I'm thinking about the next show, then I'm like,
You're censoring yourself.
yes.
Yeah, I get
so
that.
I'm like, for me to be at my most optimum when I'm doing my job, I have to block out the noise.
How long did it take you to have the courage to block out the noise? And the reason why I use the word courage, because I didn't have the courage for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I knew I didn't want to be in that space. I just didn't have the strength to be on some ambango. You know what I mean? And then eventually I was just on some, I can't take this anymore. And I just deleted the app.
Now, for me, it was when we were getting cancelled because I was stuck in the house with just my wife, and I was reading everything, and I was like, yo, fuck. It was overwhelming, right?
And as much as she loves you, she'll never understand.
Yes.
As much as she's compassionate and understanding, and she'll try and soothe you, if it's not you, they just won't understand.
100%.
I get it.
So when I was like, fuck, this house is becoming too much. Let me just go grab some food. I wasn't even eating, right? Then I go to the nearest garage. And when I get there, I see this old lady. She's like, dude, I love your podcast. Don't stop. And I was like, man, this is real life. All that other shit is bullshit, bro. Because I thought the house was burning, bro. I thought I was going to get shut down as soon as I leave the house. Like, I'm getting arrested. I'm going to prison. Like, my life is over. I can never turn back. Like, the podcast is whatever. Then that's when I was like, nah, man, this shit is not good for me.
Yeah. For me, a moment like that, and I know how that feels, and it takes one person or a situation to remind you who the fuck you are. Right? Yeah. So I had that turning point. Guys, 2021 to 2023 was dark for me. Like dark. And I remember being on a plane. So I stayed at home for a very long time.
Yeah, naturally.
I remember being on a plane 2022 December. And I was just sitting, in one of the seats. And the pilot, he went, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you understand how blessed we are to have one of the greatest human beings alive with us. And he literally said, UNATHI Msangana, Idol's Judge, I'm very sorry to do this to you, but can everybody please give you a round of applause?
Wow.
And they just started clapping, and I just started bawling.
But you couldn't hear them. You're in business class, I get it.
It's the same intercom. Why is he like this? It's the same intercom. That's not what I'm saying. And literally just the train, the plane just erupted. And then I had to get up, obviously, and just say hi to everyone. And I walked up and down and greeted. And and at the end, I stood and then literally said thank you to everybody. And I disembarked last.
And at that moment,
it takes
you think they're talking about someone else.
Yeah. And at the time, Kalokum, I'm believing everything.
Yes.
Everything.
You're in a dark space.
Yeah, I'm dark. But you know what I
Letting
mean?
it
I'm a
get
bitch.
to
I'm
you.
horrible. I'm this. I'm
Oh,
that. No. My career, Idols is gone. Kaya's gone. Everybody knows. I don't know what they're thinking of me. You know what I mean? And you don't know what people are going to say. And that pilot was just on some thank you for your contribution. Thank you for raising our kids. Thank you for making us laugh. Thank you for the entertainment. And I cried until I got home. Wow. Like my driver was like, UNATHI, what's the pilot. He's like, what did he do? The pilot. So I get that. Yeah. And that, for me, that's why I don't have your strength.
I know I can't.
I don't.
Soul, I don't know how Soul does
it. Yeah, and I don't know how you do
Me,
it.
I have it unless, you see, like I'm similar to you, but unless it's to do with things I care about. With me, some frivolous, random bullshit. So it's like, okay, whatever, so what, you know? But if it's about what you really care about, then it gets, hence sometimes we wouldn't go through like comments, because some people just go on to comment and they don't even like chillers like that. So yeah, if it's about stuff I care about.
I just feel like as creatives, man, you need an open canvas to create. And if there's noise,
That's one comment.
Yeah.
I'll focus on the one comment and the 999.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks. I love you. Thanks. And you go back to that one. Augustini. Scream one shit, think about it. But yeah, I don't have your strength.
yeah, no.
And I
Saul's one of a kind, bro.
Yeah.
Ghost Lady, you got a question?
I would want to find out from you, Sis UNATHI, who's your all-time favorite female broadcaster?
Shadow Twala, without a doubt.
Who's that?
Who's Twala's mom? Remember Monday Twala?
No, he was trying to give him shit for not knowing my song, Now he's not going to know Shadow Twala as a broadcaster.
And yeah, dog, come on, man.
Best female broadcaster. Only female broadcaster that's better than me.
What was she on? What was
Metro.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I got to Joburg and I heard YFM. I never looked back.
Metro.
Yeah.
The only female broadcaster that has ever been better than me. Wow. Yeah, she's phenomenal. Deep voice, slow, extremely articulate, smart,
Yeah.
funny as hell, great knowledge of music. Yeah, Vusitwala's mom, she's phenomenal. I love you, Mom Shadow.
Pinduka, you got a question?
Yeah, you said something disturbing. We were chatting earlier on and I complimented
I'm so
you.
sorry.
No, not to me. Not to me.
You know what I mean?
Not to me. Like you was, because I said you're in great shape, and you said one
Thank
person
you.
who inspired you or who told you to get in shape was Buga Love
man,
Kabelo.
yeah.
And then you were like, the industry, you felt there were a certain way towards you when you were bigger as a woman.
He didn't even inspire me. Like I was telling Saul, Buga called me and he's like, snap out of it. You've been overweight for too long. It's not you. Are you getting gigs? And I'm like, nah, Khabza. We call each other Sunshine. Yeah. I'm like, no, Sunshine. He's like, and you know why? You know our industry is superficial. You know it's about aesthetics, especially as a woman. He's like, stop feeling sorry for yourself and get back into it. So yeah, literally. And I'd watch him jog, his marathons.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd watch him run
yeah.
up Jan Smarts. Then I'd go to an hour meeting. Then I'd drive to Santon. He's still running, Buga there. Then I got another meeting. He's back in Hyde Park. And he was just like, remember when I was overweight? I was like, yeah. He's like, I wasn't getting gigs. I wasn't getting booked. He's like, you've got to be healthy. You've got to be and look a certain way. And I thank him till today. Whenever we see each other, I'm like, thank you, Sunshine. He's like, you got it. Literally. So
And you saw the turnaround.
Come on, Saul.
Jeez.
I mean, come on. If you're going to want an MC, you're going to look at credentials, but also aesthetically.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you want a performance, you're going to look at resume, but also aesthetics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's never like that for guys.
It's never like that for you guys.
Yeah.
For us, I know, even before my mouth, the moment I walk on stage, people expect me to look a certain way.
Yeah.
They expect me to look a certain way and move a certain way. You know what I mean? Not just in what I wear, but in how I wear it.
So what do you say about, because people were having Mahu. Mahu's a vocalist. She does piano.
Yeah.
And she was performing like pretty much bare naked. And they were having her for that. Like, what's your take on that?
What's bare naked?
Like she had
She wasn't.
She wasn't really naked.
Wasn't
She was
really
scantily
naked.
clad, wearing revealing stuff.
Yeah, it was
Not
revealing.
really, like, yeah, but very risque.
It's like a panty and a bikini top, if you can call it that.
As in a painty.
Look like it could be.
And by the way, she sings about Ubudlozi. Her songs are very spiritual.
So spiritual people can't be saying.
That's
Christian. She flicks her hair. So spiritual people can't be saying. No, my take on it is, hey guys, and I don't want, because they're gonna be like, she's only saying this because. My take on it is express yourself freely. Express yourself authentically. And if she's doing that, then who are we? Doja Cat. I think she's so sexy.
Yeah.
And she gives me a different vibe to... I was watching... I was watching Essence. Oh, you guys were there. Did you have a great time?
Wait, where's Essence?
I mean, BT.
Oh,
yeah.
Amazing.
It looked amazing.
Yeah.
All your podcasts, amazing.
Thank you.
So I was watching BT and they had T.I.'s wife, Total.
Oh,
that
yes.
group.
Yeah.
Ne? And they're all in like panties and bras. but you can see they're uncomfortable. So for me, it's be comfortable.
Whereas Sexy Red is rejoicing and...
Jonga, Doja. Like Doja does things, she bounces. I'm like, girl, I've never kissed one, but... You understand? Because she knows her body and she's so comfortable.
It's not looking awkward.
Beyonce, so comfortable. Yeah. But when I see a Serena, she's not comfortable. So I ask myself, this is what it is. Can I coin it?
Yeah.
And when you're on, this is what I used to say to the kids on Idols with their clothes as well. When you're uncomfortable, we're uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to be uncomfortable for you. I'm here to appreciate you.
But here comes the manager.
Appreciate yourself.
But here comes the manager saying...
Why do you need a manager?
UNATHI, look, you're not getting gigs.
Not everyone needs a manager.
Because you're not revealing. You need to reveal. Look at Waffles. Look at what's happening.
Waffles is comfortable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if you're not comfortable, you're making us uncomfortable as your audience, then be comfortable. But yeah, I
Beautiful, man.
Be comfortable. I think we're just so judgmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I really do.
And sometimes we also don't know where to stand. One moment we're accepting Zodwa,
GL,
and then one moment...
When you were mentioning this, I wanted to ask, were they outrageous the same way they were at Zodwa? The same way they were at Babes Wotumo? Or is it just this one?
It's just
you know
this
what
one
I
because
mean?
the music and the look doesn't fit.
Okay. I like the fact that you bring that in.
Yeah.
Because spirituality is such an intimate thing for everyone, I think that's where the contention comes in. But spiritual people are very sensual people.
And they're human beings.
Yes.
And they're very open because they need to dig deep and lay it all out.
Yeah.
That's a very intimate thing to do with people.
Like I had lost my train of thought when we were talking about women hitting on me.
Yes.
It's my spirituality. So with me, the term ashambi sodwa, right?
Yes.
You're not alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So different spirits come up for different reasons, right?
Yeah.
At different times.
So I've been told I can no longer be angry, and that's why I no longer get angry.
Yes.
I no longer slap people when they slap me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I no longer fight with people on the internet when they wanna. I just keep quiet, yabo, and allow my court cases to build up in silence. So I've been taught that because my grandfather comes up when I get angry, and people don't hear me; they hear
Got you.
a big man with a big voice.
Wow.
Hence the dick factor.
Yeah.
So with my sensuality, my great-grandfather, the one Owashatis Tembo, he had a younger brother who passed away at 12 as a virgin. So he comes up at times with his naughtiness.
Yes.
And that's what a lot of women are drawn to. It's that naughty, mischievous 12-year-old virgin who has this thing he never experienced that he's playing with.
Dude, how do you know all of that shit? Like, I wish I knew that about myself.
Well, you must find out.
Wow.
Yeah, guys, you must find out about yourselves. You must know
And why you do certain things.
And why you do certain things and why you speak a certain way. My nurturing mother thing comes from my mom's mom. You know, you must know.
You've got like a roadmap.
I've got a roadmap for days. Like, I go back generations and I call them by names and I know why certain things happen and when they happen and who's protecting me and who's this. I've got umsamo. Do you guys call it umsamo?
Umsamo.
I've got umsamo at my home, which women don't have. But I had to have one because of the great-grandfather, umakhulu wethu Nonzingo, she needed me to have one so that I have direct access to them and what they want so that I don't always have to go home to Grahamstown. So it's immediate conversations with the underground gang instead of always having to go to Grahamstown.
Yes.
Because this is my home now, and now that I'm divorced, I am not of another family. In 2020, I had to erect umsamo so that I can get direct messages.
How do you
must learn about yourself.
Before you had umsamo, how did you then communicate with them?
The same way, like ukphahla and to talk. But when it came to the big things, I would always have to go home to Grahamstown. Now I don't have to. I can do it in my own backyard. And honor them and speak to them in my own backyard. For instance, when my son was leaving to go to the bush for a month, I went to umsamo wam, lit the candles, spoke to them. My grandmother smoked a pipe. I smoke a pipe, and gave them all their gifts and said, "Go with him, and be this to him there, and cover him and protect him, and bring him back safe and alive." So if I didn't have a Wamam Sam, I would have had to fly to Gracetown, fly back to Joburg, and then fly to Cape Town to take him. So it just it makes it more immediate and brings it home.
Do you guys ever think about what kind of ancestor you're gonna be one day?
Yeah. That's why I had to sue Media 24. That's why I had to sue Media 24. Firstly, I must be respected. You know what I mean? Because those are some manumban. You know what I mean?
Hey.
I do all the time.
Me, I'm giving whatever my kids want. I'm giving them, bro. I'm not gonna be that stingy and
no. But I think you are how you are on Earth. So on Earth, if you give your kids everything, you'll always be like that.
It's exactly that, and that's why they always say as well.
My walk.
Yeah. That's why they always say you must honor them in what they liked. You know what I mean? So that's why I'll always have tobacco, because my grandmother always smoked pipe.
Yeah.
I always have sweets because another grandmother loved licorice, all sorts. You know what I mean?
You always go to gym because a 12-year-old virgin was active.
Thank you. And I'm at Virgin active.
She said a 12-year-old virgin ancestor she has.
Wow, beautiful.
So it's also, Mac, just remembering that literally the blood that runs through your veins is your mothers and your fathers, and their mothers and their fathers, and their mothers and their fathers.
And we're so
very
blessed.
rich. Very rich.
And that lineage is working harmoniously to keep your heart beating. So it's just, so that's how we think of it in our family. So it's just literally honoring the blood that runs through our veins.
Sister Unathi, I want to say thank you. You almost robbed us.
Why?
Of one of the greatest interviews we've ever had by not wanting to come here.
God is always on time.
You know what I mean?
True.
God is always on time.
Yeah.
I was saying to Dudu, God is always on time.
And
I had to give you time to villainize me. I had to give you time to calm down, to see it from both sides.
Now I have one question for you.
Yes.
Will God be on time with Minnie Dlamini?
Do you want her?
We need her.
Oh yeah, of course.
You when I told her I was coming.
Oh yeah.
Sis! Sis, are you really going to that show?
Yeah, come on.
I said the same when you were like, you're gonna get roasted. I was like, Miz, are you really gonna get roasted? So, do you want me to talk to her seriously?
Please do, man.
Yeah.
Please do.
I'm not saying she.
Yeah, you can't guarantee.
You can.
She's a grown-ass woman.
Yeah.
But
who was tremendously hurt.
Yeah, of course.
Who's going through a lot.
I saw you guys at the black coffee thing at Daruma.
I remember. And then you came and spoke about it. I saw them. And then I sat behind them. I'm like, this guy's so fucking random. Literally, he was sitting in the corner when we all walk in. Firstly, how are you going to miss you? Yeah. He's at the entrance. Then he comes on the podcast. I saw them. Didn't talk to them. I just sat behind them. What a weirdo. Okay, just come and say hi. Just come and say hi. No, we also saw you. Don't worry. No, she's. You know what it is. It's just remembering that. I always have to remind people, like, Umini, she's my younger sister. She's 12 years younger than me. So we literally, like, big sis, small sis, Gazlam. Her parents, my parents, like, we all know each other, siblings, everything. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? She comes to the house, I go to her house, we go to Durban. It's just everything, you know? She's literally, for my son's birthday and his initiation present, she's taking him and his boys to Rockin' Them Daisies.
Rockin' the Daisies.
Rockin' the Daisies, yeah. So she's literally part of family. But she's young, you know, and in spite of everything she's gone through, she's young.
Yeah.
She's 32.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
so...
She's at a crazy ride.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll speak to her.
Yeah, no, we'll see. If God allows, it will happen.
And
Doors
hopefully,
always open.
Hopefully she'll watch this. And you're very scary.
Ah, come on, Sisunat.
You sound like Soldier Boy.
That's his thing. It's mad. It's scary. Come on.
I wasn't gonna come if Saul wasn't here.
For real.
I promise you. I even messaged him this morning on his Instagram.
Yeah, she
he's
did
like,
say.
weekend in Pulukwai. I said, my nigga, if you're not back, I'm not going.
I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. I'm
See you
back.
soon.
We'll have a show.
Any last question, Penduka?
Now, I just can't wait for
guys are
your song with
amazing.
Stimela, eh? I saw you on your post. You posted a song with Stimela and how much your dad loves them.
How crazy was that moment?
Yeah, you did.
I grew up on
Goosebumps when I read it.
I grew up on Stimela, so
Mindfuck, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's certain shit
Yeah.
that like you can't get over.
Yeah.
This one woman wrote, "UNATHI, your last collaboration was 2019 with Lady Smith Black Mazo," and I was like, ma'am. And then she's like, and then it was Okokoko with Kings of the Weekend, Tele, and now it's Stimela. And I'm like, yeah, God has been great.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 songs coming out this spring.
Wow.
The one is
Kulong,
yeah.
sorry.
Iqilongo, which is Angel. That's coming out with Stimela. And then we've got a dope one coming out with Professor.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Which is called Esquele, yeah. So we're currently doing the last horns on it. Then we're gonna shoot a video.
Do
And then,
these
yeah.
piano guys hit you up?
They don't, hey? I don't mind it though, because like, where am I gonna perform?
So you have to start thinking
You've
about...
got to think of that.
Yeah.
Even
yeah,
house
that's so
music is
true.
like, where am I gonna perform?
Yeah.
I can't be 45.
We want delicious fests. We want those kind
Standard
Cape
Bank
Town
Joyous
Jazz,
Jazz,
yeah.
Cape Town Jazz, Kirsten Bosch Gardens. Those are the stages I love, you know, and they're beautiful stages.
But who do you
So
fuck with though? Piano wise.
everyone,
Yeah.
let it do. Firstly, ting, 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 ting. Love.
Yeah.
Party, love.
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah.
Kabza.
The music.
No, I don't want to get involved. You know, Tina. Yo. So chill. I love all of you guys.
Yes.
Kabza, obviously.
Momo? Kelvin Momo? Have you heard his stuff?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, you could do that. And
There's
you could
a-
still perform that at Jazz Festival.
That guy, I forgot his name.
There's so
He's
many
amazing.
songs,
There's so
yeah.
many. I love. Look, it's our baby. Amapiano is the birth child of Kwaito, so
Oh, directly. Yeah.
directly. So like, forget about what the burner boys are trying to do and say. We made piano. No, you didn't. You made Afrobeats.
What are we busy with now? Are we working?
Yeah, so it's finishing those 2 singles, shooting the video with Professor for our song called Esquele. That's going to come out next month. I've got the award. When is this podcast coming out?
This Thursday.
Okay, yeah. I've got the
Yeah.
Basari Music Awards happening on Saturday.
Nice.
There's a documentary coming out on Zanzi Magic, her story. So
Oh, is it
yeah,
on the
that-
same level as Kalawa Jasmine type vibe?
Yeah, it's a 4-part series.
We need more of those guys.
Yeah, we do. How beautiful was that?
Yo!
I was actually looking at a video on Kalawa when we were on stage we did Delicious.
Yeah.
25 years of Delicious. And we were on stage, literally, because I just got a new phone. So all the iCloud stuff has come back. And there's the video where all of us are on stage as Kalawa, the 25 years of Kalawa. And the audience is just singing, Ari roba lamo. Yes, and it was just, and we're all just standing in disbelief. So it's on that level. It's 4-part series. The first, it's myself, Simpiwe, Zolani, and Zamajobe.
Wow.
Mzansi Magic Multi-Choice is celebrating our 20 years, 2 decades in the industry. So that's coming out. It's beautiful.
It's Women's Month. From when you started to where shit is now.
Yeah.
Has it changed? Was it still the same? Are you guys still fighting the same battles?
No. We're not fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's changed.
Number one.
Number one, we're not fighting. We're not in Bogoto. I never understood that.
Yeah.
Ghost lady, you are in Bogoto?
No. I'm not.
Yeah. So we're not in Bogoto. Like, we're not hard, abrasive, corrosive,
Yes.
erodive,
Yeah.
all those big words. we're not fighting.
But I mean,
We're just living and thriving and being.
The game has changed, though. I mean, look at DJs now. Like right now, if you're not a female, you won't get a gig.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, gonna be a female with a BBL now.
Yeah.
You know? Gonna be the butt of all jokes. Gonna be BBL. Go get
This is your time, Sis UNATHI.
to be
I made it, DJ. I should have been DJing long ago. No. Are you guys being for real?
100%. You must check the lineups.
Really? Good.
Yeah, it's just
and
females. It's
some
females.
even just say, I'll just do this in jail. And they still get bookings. You know, more than other guys.
So if you're a
harder.
guy, you must have a really big following, like a Calvin, a Khabzela, big songs.
Are you serious?
big
Yeah, but it's not like when we started. Remember, like if you had
guys were
YFM,
dominated.
you could just get a gig just for being on radio.
May I ask?
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
I feel like
May I give you context before you answer?
Sure.
Because for me, DJing is an art. And I love going to hear you and the journey you've already been on, preparing for us, and the journey you take us on. And I the reason why I'm asking is the art still there as well?
No,
Okay.
it's very seldom.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what's disappointing. So now it's just like a quick, rich scheme. It's like I'm pretty. Oh, I can mix one song to another. I got a big following. And then gigs come, and then you've got a nationwide tour, African tour, worldwide. You know, that's it. So I think people don't pay the same respect to the art as when we started DJing. Because I was taught by DJ Monday, right? And the first
I
time,
still talk to his mom.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the first time he booked me, I'm a young kid, just graduated from.
Thomas and I got together actually at Monday's launch in Durban. Monday, Iggy and Fresh were launching their compilation.
You understand?
I miss those days as well. Like you guys having compilations.
Exactly. So I get to Bar 9 in Midrand.
Oh
right?
yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Bar 9.
Yeah, so I'm opening up for Fresh, Oskido,
Yeah.
Monday, and all of them. I'm playing at 8. So bear in mind, I'm playing for the staff and whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm playing all the hits, and I think I'm rocking. No one is there, and I'm playing. Like in this day and times, it'll be like Imi Tandazo or Manzite.
Yeah.
All the big songs.
Dali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monday comes to me, he's like, hey, so Chief, what are we meant to play at 12? And you know, that's what I'm trying to say, like the school of like understanding your role in a lineup. So now, even if it's females or males, like people don't even understand that. You know, it's just like every person who gets on the decks is
They're
just
not even
about
gonna
them.
understand what you're saying. Do you know that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like on that level.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're not
yeah.
even gonna understand.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
a build-up.
It's a build-up.
Yeah.
And even after the crescendo, it's not a drop.
Yeah.
It's still let's plateau, and then let's wind down the night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't start a set with Sister Bettina.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Another question, may I ask you?
Yeah.
What I find thoroughly weird, ne? When I watch videos of you guys playing, nobody's dancing. This is why, like, I don't even... Right? Gio? Ghost lady.
Yeah.
Everybody's... Like, I look at Black Coffee in Ibiza.
Yeah.
And everybody's standing in rows.
Those are painful to watch.
It's weird. I was Afro Nation. I was watching footage of Afro Nation.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, they're here. You know, with Uncle.
Yes.
And everyone's here. Nobody's dancing. You'll find 2 people like right at the back dancing. How does that affect your... Because it's different for us as performers,
yeah.
Right? I used to get annoyed when people just stand and stare because I didn't understand they were appreciating me as a performer. And listening to the lyrics and singing with me. It's very different to you know? How does that
You want to take this one?
influence your performance?
Me, it doesn't. Generally, look, it's a parameter sort of how you're doing, but you gotta look at the entire club, not just the people in front. Like I was at Cosmo on Sundays, and there were 1 or 4 guys in front had their cameras, but like people at their tables were losing their shit. And for me, I focus on those people.
Sure.
And like you said, we've seen videos of Black Coffee and them. So if that happens, I never take it personal because there is somebody or people who are dancing, and I genuinely focus on those people, especially when you know that you're good at what you're doing, you know? And we live in that era, right, where people, you weren't there unless you have a video. You know what I mean? So it's like asking the food,
weird.
hey, how do you feel for not being eaten, but they're always taking pictures of you and posting you, you know? So
That's why Dave Chappelle says no phones in his shows.
Right?
Yeah.
I was watching Chris Martin, Coldplay.
Yes.
And he was in Spain. And Naya, during his performance, he stopped and he said, okay, everybody's phones off. Just for this one song. And he was begging them. He's like, can you be here with my spirit?
Yeah.
My
it's
spirit
an energy
wants...
thing.
It's an energy.
This is what I'm asking. How does it
Especially
make
for
you feel?
performers.
Yeah.
Right? And he was like, I'm just begging you. My spirit wants your spirit. So please, can you not put this thing in between us?
spirits.
Yeah.
It
It's
always...
a transfer of energy.
It is though. You can't create or destroy. It's either transferred or transformed. So it always like when I watch these TikToks, I'm like,
It's crazy.
everybody's, and you just see lights like Taylor Swift. You just see like cameras, and you're like, it would drive me crazy.
And it gets worse because of TikTok now. So what people do is, because of TikTok, they only know like one part of the song. So like your song, they only know Donde Sandu. But they don't know the song, right?
No.
So they go to the event,
Yeah.
wait for you to perform Donde Sandu. Once you're done, they're gone.
The attention span has
Yeah, it's gone. They're gone. They leave the arena. I kid you not.
Yeah.
They're there for the hook.
Yeah. And they're gone. Some artists have stopped performing because of that. That's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
that's
It's
deep.
a rabbit hole we can go into.
Yeah, and I guess for me, it's a different age group.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I mean? Like my audience is there, like to
Take us back.
Yeah, and to enjoy and back and forth and yeah.
Listen, Sister Nati, I want to
love
say
you
thank you
guys.
so much.
We love
Thanks
you.
for your time. And for me, I'm raising a daughter.
We were saying.
And if she could be like half the woman you are when she grows up, I'll be so glad, because you're a powerful woman. Like, we appreciate you. We love you.
Thank you.
But in closing, what do you want to be remembered as, though? When it's all
great
said and done.
love.
Ne?
Yeah, great love that I came into spaces and gave everyone love, a joy giver. Just a dope feeling. I guess, yeah. Just I made people feel great. That's all that my mom wants me to be, and that's all I want is to make sure you feel good. Are you okay? That's it. Whether it's on radio, television, in these kind of spaces on stage, I want you to leave my space fulfilled. Not to say I won't be full of shit.
Yeah.
If you're Nyatela, I'll never start a fight. But yeah, I'll end it, yeah. But great love. Just,
By the way, do you think the synergies between what your dad does and what we do as entertainers, because we make people feel...
you are healers.
Yeah.
So part of spirituality is understanding how you heal people and how you soothe them. So we come back from our stressful situations, and I want to hear your laugh that pierces the air. I want to hear your
forget about the
one-liners.
stories for an hour.
You've healed me. Do you know what I mean? You've made me forget about a bad experience for that hour, but also you've made me think about something, right, Ghost Lady? So my family, just quickly, we come from a family of healers. We're not izangoma or inyanga. So Tina, we help people align their lineage and their ancestral duties or whatever. Maybe the family's apartheid fucked us up a lot. So it's part of that. You know what I mean? And allowing people to heal through whatever, whether it's preaching or singing in the church, out of the church, on dance floors. What my family did. We know that we can negotiate our healing. So not everyone has to go in and be traditional. I know that the songs that I'm given are songs to help heal people. Your voice is healing. Your laughter and the fact that you laughing is a soul's most purest form of expression on one spectrum and crying on the other. But crying doesn't have to be painful.
Yeah.
Like I always cry tears of joy. So in our family, my grandfather was a preacher. He asked to heal through the church.
Yes.
My dad asked our ancestors if he can heal through the mind.
Got you.
I negotiated mine. Can I heal through my voice? So that's what each human being
How many kids did you heal at Idols?
and parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's we all have our journeys and we all have our different ways of healing. Dudu's a great listener. People want to be seen and heard.
I'm not
That's
so sure
healing.
about that. That one will.
She's been great with me. I mean, here I am. Here I am because of her. Do you know what I mean? A year ago.
Yes.
So it's people think healing is stringent, rigid. It has to be in this way. It has to be this way. No, I look forward to going home after a long day, being on TikTok and coming across the three of you and just laughing and rewinding and El Tito, he does love you. I promise you, he does. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's healing because you're facilitating intimate conversations on big platforms, and healing doesn't have to be easy.
Yeah.
And healing is hardly pleasurable. You can't heal when you're at your highest.
No, come on.
When you're at your highest and you're successful and everything is loud and you're celebrating, you don't hear anything. You hear things in darkness and you feel things in silence. So it's different ways of healing.
Oh man,
Know what I'm saying?
that's such a turn on, bro. Fuck Ladies and gentlemen, please, round of applause for the one and only
Amazing.
UNATHI! Podcast and chill, we out here, man. Boom.
Welcome to Black Excellence. Do not fear, for if you do, just sip on some grandeur. And if you still do, ask ourselves, what would Mapapunzi do? Parama chila, itlesha lefiki. Ungoyigi, even if when they ask you, awusabi yini? Do not fear. For if you do, just say, Anistevie. This is the medicine of censorship. This is the pill. Which one is that one? Podcast and chill.